Edmonton Sports Talk. My God, I love this.
My name's Jay Milne. #Blue.
Our sports update deliverer, the Coon.
I'm Zachary Kubish, and you're up today. You know what, Reid? You might be on to something.
All right, here's what's going on in the Nest.
All right. I hope you're warmer than Jay Milne is. He's flipped up his hoodie just as the show has begun.
Going
you
emo.
Flipped up your hoodie. You've flipped up the hood of your hoodie.
I'm going emo.
You've flipped up the skull of your bunny hug.
Yeah, I'm going emo. Is that
Well,
emo?
I think you need some eyeshadow.
Let's get it.
Is it called eyeshadow? What's it called?
Ooh,
Mascara?
Mascara.
What's the difference between mascara and eyeshadow? There, already I have an intelligent question that our listeners can help out with.
Eyeshadow, eyelids, mascara, eyelashes.
So,
I've got 3 daughters and a wife, bud. You keep them
yeah,
coming.
so you know. I know nothing about anything.
Could eyeshadow also be placed around the eye to make it look like you have like dark eyes? You know what I mean?
Eyeliner.
So there's eyeliner, eyeshadow, and mascara.
Mascara.
What's the difference between mascara and eyeliner?
Eyeliner is a pen you use to highlight the outside of your eye.
Okay.
Mascara is used for your eyelashes to make them
Okay. And
Plump.
then eyeshadow goes
For your
on
eyelid.
top of your eyes. On
Yes.
top of your eyes.
Often a brilliant color is used for the eyeshadow to make them pop when your eyes are closed. I don't know why.
Well, you gotta look good when your eyes are closed.
You never know when a picture's going to be
You never
taken
know when
with your
someone
eyes
might
closed.
be looking at you when you're not looking at them.
Yes.
Now, have your daughters ever applied makeup to your face?
Oh, yeah.
And do you enjoy it?
Love it.
Yeah. What do they put on you? How have they made you up
Nails.
to look?
They've done my nails.
Now, do they make you up to look like a better looking man, or do they make you up to look feminine, perhaps? Not feminine,
Whatever their
but
choice is.
they just start.
If you want to
slapping
put
stuff
makeup on
you.
me, go ahead. If you want to, they often do my hair, what of it I have, and we'll try style it.
Oh, I see.
So that's, they'll really wet it and mat it down and make me, I look like I'm from Chet Palmer's era.
Right.
Yes. Newsroom.
What, today? I think Chet's quite modern, as you're going to hear coming up.
So am I. I'm emo. I don't even know what emo is.
What did
I don't
emo
know.
stand for? Emotional?
Emotional, yeah.
So it means you're kind of in a dark way, like the world is heavy.
Yeah, the world.
Yeah, I have
sucks,
pictures of me with eye
sucks.
makeup.
Oh,
I'm sure you look great.
I look stunning as a woman.
That's good
I've
to know.
done that in high school. And I recently went to an 80s party.
Yeah,
And I dressed up and did the hair and
as Boy George.
it was like a metal band. I was from a 80s
hair
metal band.
yeah, glam.
And I was stunning.
Barry the Cheater says, "Tell me more on how to make a smoky eye." Is that what they call it?
Sure.
Yes.
So would you lose if you wanted to make a smoky eye? Would you use mascara or eyeliner?
All of them.
You just
Mostly
smoke it up.
eyeliner and eyeshadow.
Oh, I'm sorry. Okay.
The mascara is just for the
The mascara is just for the lashes.
follicles that stick out of your eyelid. Why do we have eyelashes?
To keep the dust out
It's
of
a
your eyes.
deterrent, huh?
Yeah, it's a deterrent
It's a
to dust.
protective.
Because the dust is like, ooh, I don't want to get in there. I'm going to get batted out.
It would we would look weird without them.
Yeah, we don't
Yeah.
really notice them. But
Okay, then what are eyebrows for?
Same thing.
But then isn't that a bit of a double dip?
keep
I
sweat
guess.
out of the eye, maybe.
Yeah, maybe.
Sweat? Sure. Okay.
Have you seen that commercial with Eugene Levy where they take off his eyebrows? You can't recognize them.
Yeah. Well, they're a major feature for him.
Yeah, they are a major feature for him. Anyway, this is Edmonton Sports Talk presented by Play Alberta. We're with you until 6 o'clock here on the Reid Wilkins Show. That's me with Jay Milne. That's him. Zach Kubish is along for the ride as well. He's sitting at the technical desk. The Oilers shut out last night by the Minnesota Wild and looking ahead to playing the Seattle Kraken tomorrow. That'll be another 7 o'clock game at Rogers Place, 6 o'clock for the GCL Diesel Oil Stream pregame show here on EST, hosted by Tom Gazzola. We'll talk some Oilers today. They did practice. The line of McDavid, Nugent Hopkins, and Hyman reunited at practice today, so that is significant. The Oilers, who looked incompetent defensively for large swaths of this season, now have only allowed 1 goal in their last 2 games, though unfortunately one of them was a loss. So we'll get some comments on that. You're going to hear from Ryan Nugent-Hopkins, and you're going to hear from head coach Chris Knobloch. The Oil Kings Teddy Bear Toss game is Sunday at 4. So they have a home game Friday against Red Deer. Sunday at 4, they play Prince Albert. That's the Teddy Bear Toss game. 2 of the best teams in the WHL, so that alone makes it appealing. Plus, it's the Teddy Bear Toss game. And we're going to talk to the guy who scored the Teddy Bear goal 2 years ago. So he has a chance to do it again. Landon Hanson is going to join us.
Who scored
as
it
well.
last year?
I don't remember.
Sachin?
Well, was it one of the Sachins? I can't remember.
I think it was, because I think they were both on the ice.
Lucas and Grayson, right? Yeah. So yeah, it's we're moving into December here. No, but you used to work for people who might be newer to the program or haven't heard us talk about this before. Jay Milne and his family used to own Yvonne's Furniture on St. Albert Trail. So this is the shopping time of year.
Yes.
Right. Christmas coming up. It's a time for consumers. Now, would a furniture store be busier leading into Christmas, or what's the peak season in the furniture business?
Yeah, it would be probably the busiest November, December. Well, October, November, December.
Okay.
Because there's a lot of holidays. So here's what you don't want to have happen.
Okay.
You don't want to invite over your in-laws to see your new house and discover that you're eating off of the table that you had in university. So then, honey, we gotta upgrade our table before my parents
We
come
can't
for
have
Christmas.
this hand-me-down table
We
that
can't
one of our
look like-
parents gave to us.
We
right.
can't let people
We
know
can't
who
look
we
like
really
paupers, even though we are.
That's right.
Or even though we don't care about our table.
That's
But to
right.
look like,
But now we need to look like it.
or it's like a couple's been married 5 years ago. Hey, didn't Aunt Ben and Uncle Judy? Didn't Aunt Judy and Uncle Ben give us a really nice gift card to Yvonne's Furniture like 5 years ago when we got married? Oh yeah, crap.
Yeah.
Okay, we got to go buy a couch and we'll say that it's their couch, the couch they got us.
You'd be amazed at how many of those were never used. Now they can't be. But upgrading your furniture, you need to impress. Or you just need a bigger table. Or your couch, you've been wanting to replace it for a while. You've got company coming over the holidays.
Right.
You want to replace it and get something.
So what would you think
looks good.
Do you think specifically either married couples or or couples who've been together a long time and are living together? Was there ever, let's not get each other gifts. Let's just finally get a new couch.
Yes.
Did you get some
for
of
sure.
that?
Oh,
Would
yes.
people share that with you?
Oh, yeah, absolutely. This is his gift. This is his birthday gift or his Christmas gift, or
Right.
we're splitting it because we want to upgrade our bonus.
We'll use it every day. It's
And
better getting something we'll use once for fun and then never use.
You know what else I really learned?
What?
People are always moving. Always.
Yeah.
And I mean from a house to house, not moving from in the city.
Right.
I mean, they're either moving from their first apartment into their first house.
Right.
Or they're moving from their first house into the bigger house because they have kids. Like, that's always happening.
Yeah.
So you're always working around move-in dates.
So now when people were shopping at the store,
Yeah.
how much was there, looking around, or how much, or like, Jay, we've narrowed it down to these three chairs. Can we sit in them? Like how much were people trying the furniture?
Oh, Reid, I had one lady that couldn't decide between 2 chairs. I said, okay, let's talk about this. What do you use this chair for primarily?
Right.
Well, I love to sit on there and play my games on my iPad.
Sure.
I said, okay, where's your iPad? She says, well, it's at home. I said, bring your iPad in tomorrow, sit in each of them, play a game,
Yeah.
see how you
Simulate
feel.
it.
Simulate it.
Yeah.
So she came in and spent the entire afternoon in our store.
No way.
Yes. 2 hours in each chair.
No way.
But I'll tell you one thing. She knew which chair she was getting after that. I had a customer come in that the husband said he had to sleep on it first, which was surprising. Most husbands, in my experience, don't give a what mattress they get.
Sorry.
They say,
Okay.
honey, whatever worked for you. I could sleep on the floor. I could sleep on something soft. This guy and the wife was like, no, he's got to come in and try it. I'm like, okay. Is this an after hours deal? Like, what are we talking about here?
Try what?
Try what? What are we talking about? She says he wants to come in and you know what? That's a good game plan for a mattress, because all these mattresses now have heat activated foam. So if you just bounce on it, you're not going to know what it really feels like.
Okay.
He came in and took a 2-hour nap.
He did not.
In the middle of the day.
He didn't sleep in your store.
Yes, he did. He was silent, didn't snore, but he loved the mattress.
He
got up
actually
and
fell
he
asleep,
took it home with him.
and customers were milling around him.
Yeah. It was during a weekday, but I'll never forget it. And I'm like, this is awesome. Like, I told my wife, I'm like, I got a customer sleeping in my store.
I'm surprised he felt comfortable enough to fall asleep.
He was dedicated to the process. So he shut everything off, and he just took his shoes off. It wasn't like he came in his 90s.
He takes off he opens up his bathrobe. By the way, I sleep nude.
Yeah.
I can see that, sir. Thanks. You should have said that ahead of time. So
it was fantastic.
Would that be common that people would lie down on the mattresses?
Oh, yes.
But only this guy slept, or did other people try to sleep on them?
That was the one-off for the sleeping thing.
Okay.
I had never seen that. It was amazing, though. I wish there was more.
Well, I guess he learned what he needed to learn.
Well, in Castor 1990, some online mattress in a box companies give you 3 to 12 month return policy if you like it. Yeah. Okay. Riddle me this. That box comes in that mattress comes in a really nice box, really tightly rolled up, almost like it's vacuum sealed. When you have you ever opened a bed in a box?
A what?
A bed in a box?
No.
Okay, it's dangerous. They spring open once you let the air in. Try return that mattress in that box after 5 months. Good luck. You need an industrial grade, like hydraulic press, roller, vacuum seal system.
Oh my God.
Otherwise, how do you ship it back? You're not shipping a queen mattress through Canada Post.
That's a good point.
Who's taking that?
Yeah, well, I'm getting the mattress refunded, but I spent that much money shipping it back to where it's from.
Had to FedEx it on their plane.
Might as well just keep the crappy mattress.
Toronto.
And try to figure out how to sleep on it. Oh, but I always love your furniture stories. It's a totally...
it's a good trip down memory lane for me, too.
It is. It's fun. He's Jay. I'm Reid. Who are you? You could post your name and anything else you want in the nasty chat. That's the chat stream we have going on YouTube. You don't have to be nasty to jump in there. If you are on YouTube, subscribe to Edmonton Sports Talk if you haven't already. Also, if you have not already done so during the early course of this show, click the thumbs up button.
Click, click, click. Must you click? Please, please click. Must you click? You must click. Thumb, thumb, thumb.
Yeah, I can really see my clicking today. So earlier today, I had trouble seeing my mouse cursor on a white background. And this is still some of the fallout from my detached retina in April. There are probably parts of my vision that will never fully return. And I have noticed I have not return, but may not get back to normal. And I do have kind of good days and bad days, and depending on the lighting. And today I could just not pick up the cursor on a Word document. So Ben was convenient, and he knows a lot about computers. I said, Ben, can you make my cursor like larger or more visible? Can you show me where that is? So he has made my mouse cursor probably at least 5 times the size of what it used to be, if not close to 10.
It's brilliant.
Like, look how big it is here in when we play the audio clips.
But the look on your face, when that was discovered, it was life-changing. I mean, I'm very happy for you. This is a big day for Reid. And now you can control your cursor and see where the heck it is.
Yeah. It's good because earlier today, I'm trying to look at the screen and see things, and I'm like, I just couldn't pick it out.
Oh, gosh. That sound. Terry the Turtle lives on in infamy on the Reid Wilkins Show.
Jason Leduc says, notice that Reid never actually discourages anyone from being nasty in the chat. He just says one does not have to be nasty. Well, I mean, people are allowed to be argumentative, disagreeable. I can't stop that. There's certain language where I've booted people. for sure. I don't think I've booted anybody in a while. And it's just a ban for the rest of the show.
Bones in the River Cree Resort and Casino inbox, 780-218-9999 says, being able to sleep anywhere is a superpower. I hate them. I'm assuming he can't sleep anywhere. Can you sleep anywhere, Reid?
No, not really.
I can sleep anywhere.
Yeah, I couldn't.
What's the weirdest place that you fell asleep at?
I've fallen asleep across the the driver's seat and the passenger seat of a cube van.
While driving?
No, that would be talent.
Yeah.
But like, if you're waiting, you're waiting for a truck to come and you're just sitting around, catch a quick nap.
Yeah.
I've slept in between. Yeah. And you're like, you go like this, down and across.
Oh, nice.
It's not comfortable, but I've slept there.
I guess maybe I haven't tried to sleep in a lot of places. I don't know.
I've slept in a warehouse.
Well, that would be nice, I think.
Cool.
Find a curl up next to some styrofoam.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Warmed by the heat of some styrofoam.
Anyway, you can post in the Nasty Chat on YouTube. Give us a thumbs up. We try to get to at least 100 every show. We've been pretty good doing that lately, but don't be a pleasure delay or get in there and give us the thumbs up right away. And then once you do that, click the share button and send the show link off to somebody else. Now, we realize some of you may not be able to use YouTube. So you are probably getting us on iHeartRadio or TuneIn Radio, which is awesome. Share the word about Edmonton Sports Talk. The audience continues to grow. Jay helped someone this morning who's listening to the Nielsen Show on 95.7 Cruise FM, which is awesome. But our full day of programming is streaming, and you showed him how to stream.
Yeah.
You gave him a bit of a word about that. So that's pretty cool. You can email reid@edmontonsportstalk.com, jay@edmontonsportstalk.com, and you can text 780-218-9999. That's the afternoon inbox presented by River Cree Resort and Casino, home of the Kitchen Restaurant. Sundays and Mondays, 50% off the entire menu. That's available Sundays and Mondays, 5 p.m. until close. All right. It's time to bring you the afternoon headlines presented by 100.3 The Bear, Edmonton's best rock. Stream them on iHeart today.
This is Chet Palmer with your Sports Report. The young Swedish goalie for Milne keeps handing out meatballs. The Oilers couldn't find the special sauce to score last night. The Squid Kids are here tomorrow. Kraken? Is it a carton of eggs or a hockey team? The Predators beat the Flames in the toilet bowl. You're going to need a snake to find the Flames playoff hopes. Hey, Jason Milne, is that a plunger in your pocket or are you just happy to see me? Tyler Seguin is out for the season with an ACL. My brother-in-law knows about ACL. All chips lost. I'm Chet Palmer.
That's the one I knew you would like.
Chet.
All chips lost.
All chips lost. That's the best. That's the best. Maybe we'll lose some chips at our Christmas party.
Oh, it could happen.
Could happen. We'll see.
Could happen. All right. That was a good contribution there from Chet. Okay, the teddy bear toss game for the Oil Kings. This is always a very fun game. We've talked about it, and we're going to have the teddy bear goal scorer, I guess, from 2 years ago coming up at around 4:40 this afternoon. Landon Hanson is going to join us. Shawn Bell at 4 o'clock to talk Oilers and practice time and all that kind of stuff. So, but we have an off-topic topic for William Huff. Since 1952, it's teddy bear related. Since 1952, William Huff has provided industry-leading advertising solutions for thousands of valued clients. Their unparalleled customer service combined with decades of industry expertise and a desire to make every job the very best can be is what they call the William Huff Advantage. Visit their website at williamhuff.com or give them a shout, 780-454-4536. What is the next evolution of the teddy bear toss? In terms of what else could be thrown on the ice to celebrate a goal and then be donated to charity or do something for a good cause or just be really weird?
Well, this could be dangerous, but I was thinking, the pizza frisbee toss, frozen pizzas. Imagine thousands of frozen pizzas raining down. Now, this would be bad if you were in the lower bowl.
Right.
Grandma took a pepperoni delicioso off the crown. That would be a bad look. But at least it would be able to go to good use once it actually made its way to the ice.
Yeah.
I'm interested because I'm going to the teddy bear toss game.
Yes. Awesome.
And I've never been. And my kids are just, I said, you're at one point, we're in the lower bowl. There's going to be hundreds of teddy bears raining down on you.
Yeah.
And the thought of it for them is just mind-blowing.
Right.
So they're looking forward to that. That would suck in my children's case if it was pizzas, especially hot pizzas.
Right.
Cans of soup would be non-perishable. Those would work. Also, a bit of a risk in the safety side of things.
Yeah.
But what about mittens?
That's not a bad idea.
Mittens.
Yeah. Mittens and socks. Like roll them up in a bundle, throw them down.
Roll them up and sock.
Because that could actually be donated.
Yes. Yeah. The sock toss. The bunny sock hop.
Yeah. That's not a bad idea.
Scarves. You could ball them up.
Yeah.
What would you throw if you had anything you could throw?
Probably like you could throw like maybe cassettes. And then you could introduce the players to new music in the dressing room.
Yeah. Thousands of
Van Halen tapes.
What about undies?
Yeah, that's a good idea. Long Johns and Gaunch. Yeah.
Throw it in.
Double A says canned soup. Pizza Boy says cans of soup would be very perishable, as in people would perish. Yeah, unfortunately, that could be a little bit dangerous.
Well, they're always changing all the phone chargers almost every year, and people always need a new charger. Why not the iPhone charger toss or something like that? That would be dangerous as well, but maybe a pillow plunge.
What if
some pillows on?
What if somebody could invent? That's not a bad one, Coop. What if somebody invented like something the size of like the little, like for my dishwasher, I put in the little pod, right? Like what is it, an inch by an inch, maybe a little bigger. What if you threw that, but then when it came into contact with the ice, it expanded into a toy? Maybe it's a teddy bear, like a plush, some kind of plush toy. Maybe it's a teddy bear.
What about
Maybe it's an
virtual
Elmo.
toys, where they just motion their phone throwing towards the ice, and it
it's all AI.
As all the holograms appear.
Look at all these fake toys.
The mystery missile.
Or what if it was the pizza from Back to the Future 2? Remember when they threw it in the microwave? It was this big. And then they opened the microwave and it was a full-size pizza.
Oh, I don't remember that. Okay.
Oh, yeah.
You could throw those.
Yeah, you could throw those. Yeah.
Be thousands of pizzas on the ice.
So anyway, what's the next evolution of the teddy bear toss? You can be humorous with this or think of something that, hey, that could be tossed, because all the bears go to Santa's Anonymous. So you should try something like that. What about we're talking about mattresses. Imagine people just passing a big mattress down.
Your used mattress.
Yeah, how many mattresses? Yeah, there's only like 7. How many mattresses? New record, 8. Oh my goodness. All right, so we'll see if yesterday's dating one was pretty good. We'll see if this takes off like that. So as we move along today, you're going to hear from Nuge. You're going to hear from Knobloch. Shawn Bell's on the show. Landon Hanson from the Oil Kings is on the show. We're pleased if you chime in as well. If you're on YouTube, give us a thumbs up sooner rather than later. Here comes Zach.
NHL action, the Sabres meet the Flyers, the Capitals, and Sharks drop the puck with Washington winning their last 5 games. Other action sees the Canadiens battle the Jets and the Mammoth play the Ducks for a total of 5 games in the NHL. Tough news for the Stars. Tyler Seguin expected to miss the remainder of the season after injuring his ACL last night against the Rangers. Seguin ran into Vladislav Gavrikov along the boards just 2 minutes into the game, having to be assisted off the ice by his teammates. On the coast, the BC Lions have signed 31-year-old Keon Hatcher to a 2-year extension that makes him the highest paid non-quarterback in the CFL. Hatcher had over 1,600 receiving yards, posting 9 touchdowns in 18 games for BC last year. NFL news, Amon-Ra St. Brown is questionable for Detroit's matchup tomorrow against Dallas. He's out, or questionable, with an ankle injury. To basketball, the Spurs and Magic hit the court. The Cavs and Trailblazers duke it out, while Indiana plays host to Denver, having 9 games in the NBA. This Sports Update is brought to you by Paramount Flooring. Get your home holiday ready with Paramount Flooring. For over 33 years, Paramount's family-owned business has a reputation for earning trust with fair pricing, dependable service, and quality workmanship. Call 780-483-1991 and mention EST for 10% off. Paramount Flooring. Flooring for the life you live. More on the Reid Wilkins Show after the break. I'm Zachary Kubish, keeping you in the loop.
Two guys and a goalie.
In 3 games played, Connor Clattenburg has made more of an impact than the 26 games Trent Frederick has played.
I have to hire it, but I thought he made his mark against the Seattle Kraken.
Fire it, because Frederick has had more of an impact.
In a negative way?
Just a negative impact.
Two guys and a goalie, presented by GS Construction. Tuesday and Thursday afternoons at noon, only on Edmonton Sports Talk, your clear choice for Edmonton sports.
We have what you're looking for. GD Liquidators is Edmonton's one-stop shop for new and used warehouse, office, and industrial items since 1987. You'll find what you want when you want it. Give us a call, visit us in store, or check out the monthly auctions at gdliquidators.com. 100% Canadian owned and operated. We have what you are looking for. GD Liquidators.
Where holiday cheer meets great beer. This season, celebrate at the Canadian Brewhouse. From plated dinners and festive buffets to casual pub-style parties, we've got the perfect space for your crew. Book your holiday party today at thecanadianbrewhouse.com.
GCL Diesel has been serving oil country since 1972. From diesel cars to SUVs to pickups. From farm tractors to school buses to a big rig. From diesel generators to forklifts, GCL can test, troubleshoot, and repair all diesel fuel system components. Whether it's injectors, pumps, turbos, filters, or additive, GCL has the parts you need to keep your diesel running the way it should. For genuine diesel parts at wholesale prices, visit GCL Diesel in the West End or online at gcldiesel.com. GCL Diesel. Diesel understood.
Hockey is heating up, and so is the excitement on Play Alberta. With casino winners every hour, jackpots worth millions, and revenue that stays in the province, there's never been a better time to sign up. Right now, our listeners can score a $50 free bet when they make a minimum $50 deposit with code EST50. That's code EST50 for a $50 free bet. Start playing with your game sense today to find out if you're Alberta's next winner. Must be 18 plus to play. If you gamble, please use your game sense.
You could set up your Christmas tree in the last available spot in the house, or you can create the space you need with Sentinel Storage. Get the most out of Christmas. Buy Canadian, store Canadian. Try 4 weeks free. Visit sentinelstorage.ca.
Hydro73 in the Nasty Chest says, what are the odds Gene uses sleepless in Seattle as a pun after they lost 4-0 to the Oilers on Saturday? Or has he gone to that one too often already? I'm not sure, and I don't get to see Gene before the stuff on TV before the home games because I'm there. So I often don't get to see his antics. I got, you know what? Somebody who's on the Oilers beat had a Principe-esque line last night. Do you want to hear what happened? So I usually, and a bunch of media people and some of the scouts there and stuff, usually go down sometime in the last 10 minutes of the third period. Go in the media elevator, go down to the media room, or go to wherever you need to be. So there's an attendant in the elevator. It's usually a young man who I believe is a NAIT radio and television student or whatever it's called now. His name's Declan. Nice young guy. He's a huge fan of Tom's.
Okay.
So yesterday, a bunch of us pile into the elevator, and I sort of wind up in a spot. You know, I'm right by Declan, and Paige Martin from Oilers Plus Oilers TV is kind of next to me, and I'm like, "Hey, Declan, how's your night going?" And I was like, "How's your night been?" And he's like, "Not bad." And Paige goes, "Up and down." I said, "We're gonna have to start calling you Paige Principe."
Oh, that's really good.
Yeah,
well done, Paige.
Pretty good. Yeah, but this Declan gentleman is a huge fan of Tom Gazzola. Like usually before the game, and because he does all the buttons, right? So you don't have to call the button; he's just always going up and down. So usually when I get there and I ride up, it's often just Declan and I in the elevator, So I hope I'm a generally reasonable person to talk to. So I'll be, hey, Declan, what's going on? How's school? And his only a question for me is ever, is Tom coming?
Really?
How's Tom doing? I'm like, yeah, Tom will be here a little later.
Wow.
And he's like, yeah, how's he doing? I'm like, well, he's on air right now. I think he's pretty good. And I'm like, you like Tom, eh? He's like, yeah.
Oh, does Tom know this?
And I'm like, I work with Tom. He's like, I don't care.
Does Tom know?
I think Tom's picked up on it. Yeah.
Good.
Tom's got fans. Why wouldn't you be a fan of Tom?
He's got big fans.
All right.
The off-topic topic.
Oh, yeah. I already forgot about that. Well, not forgot about it. I just meander.
Chris Purper says socks or blanket toss. Bowen suggests something for the Riverhawks. Home run hams at the Riverhawks.
Oh, canned hams.
In support of the food bank. Collingwood Rob, what about the old school lawn dart toss?
Jeez. First goal of the game is the lawn dart toss.
Waddy in Cloverdale says this. The Orlando Solar Bears. Now, I can't confirm this.
That is a team. That's a great team name, by the way.
Orlando Solar Bears did an underwear toss, and the players wore pant shells that looked like tidy whities.
Oh, they probably would. In the minor leagues, anything goes, I think. That's pretty cool.
Plumber Topher says, I like the idea of marbles. Watching it on TV would be amazing. Or entertaining, sorry. And he says, or those little bouncy balls. Can you imagine?
Like the real little small
15,000 bouncy balls.
Just bouncing everywhere.
Pouring down. And Ricky Cheese says, let me just.
Uh-oh. Jay's getting a sound effect ready.
The Oilers D-men have been tossing pizzas up the ice for years. Not bad, Ricky.
Good participation for that one. Project Dumpling says smelling salt toss for Trent Frederick. Well, poor Trent. All right. 780-218-9999. River Cree Resort and Casino inbox. By the way, I want to let you know portions of this hour presented by Little Buckaroo Design. Since 2015, Little Buckaroo Design in New Sarepta has been saying, heck yeah, we can do that. From heat press and embroidery to rhinestones, sublimation, DTF, signs, and custom decals.
Decals!
Michelle and her team can make it happen. Stop by the showroom at 5063 Center Ave in New Sarepta. Give them a call, 780-984-2872, or check out their website, lilbuckaroodesign.ca. Little Buckaroo Design in New Sarepta. What? Oh, yeah, this shirt is from there. Can people see it on YouTube? It's the... there it is. Oh, I just ran over a cord that's probably going to...
Just everything shuts off.
A few weeks ago, I tripped over a cord and unplugged something. Luckily, it didn't knock us off the air.
Mex Bezzozu says, what about cats? A good old cat toss.
Now, what would that sound like?
Meow. Meow. Meow.
I think they'd be much screechier.
I think they'd be a little noisier than that.
But when they hit the ice...
I felt so bad the other day. I closed the garage door and my cat was there.
Like in
between me and closing the door. Mm-hmm.
So you squished it a bit, or did its tail get cut?
No, just gave it a good back crack, let's say.
Oh my, it's okay.
I went and immediately got the little thing and cuddled it.
How old is it?
Coddled it. Oh, it's an adult cat.
Okay.
It's
felt pain before.
It's a full-grown pussy cat.
Okay. Mm-hmm. Oilers lost 1-0 to the Minnesota Wild last night. What do you think, buddy?
Well, Reid, is this, I talked about this on Two Guys yesterday when I filled it. If the Oilers come out and they lose a tight game, 3-2, 2-1, in this case 1-0, is that going to be still considered moving in the right direction? And Joaquin referenced what you had said when we had Doug Plagans on. What did Doug Plagans say about their head coach, Paul Maurice? And
that the game should look a certain way.
Yes.
And if it looks that way, he's not as critical of the losses.
Did that game look a certain way to you?
For the most part, yes. I thought the Oilers were outplayed in the first period, but it didn't get out of hand. And as much as we talk about playing a full 60 minutes, you're not going to control the game for 60 minutes. You're not going to dominate the game for 60 minutes. Though I guess 9-1, the Oilers were dominated. but you know, generally, so if you're not in control, can you minimize the damage? And I thought the Oilers did that in the first period. They weren't the better team. It wasn't 3-0 or 4-0. It was 1-0. The game was still there to win.
Yeah.
No, they couldn't win it, but I thought that the effort was there. I thought the defensive responsibility was there. I thought the checking was there. I mean, to me, the shortcomings were in the offensive end, not the defensive end last night, or giving up odd man rushes and things like that. What about you?
I thought defensively much more sound 2 games in a row, right? And you're looking at building blocks, if you can say, of getting back to what Oilers fans would consider Oilers hockey, at least representative of the last 2 seasons, 3 seasons of strong hockey for this team. Defensively sound has always been a box that's been checked. In most cases. I mean, Bush is going to Bush, but we've talked about this enough. Bush is going to get it back on the offensive side. But yeah, I thought, and you know what? I mean, what are you going to say when you're putting, you know, there was not as many high grade A scoring chances for the Oilers, but I mean, Wallstedt was great. I mean, Wallstedt was played last night like he's been playing for the last 10 games.
Sure.
So you had 2 of those things, and you know, you got beat 1-0. If you're getting beat 1-0 against that team, but you still built upon what you did in Seattle and played good last night, but you didn't get the W. Now, the bigger question to me is this: is at what point of the season do you and I say, well, that's not good enough?
Well, I think we can say that now.
And I mean only in the win column, which I guess is the most important column when you're rating a hockey team.
Here's the thing. For most of the first 2 months of the season, October, November, they were not good. There are 82 games. Like, I accept the occasional game you might have the effort but not the result. But if you keep playing well and not getting the result, well then, okay, where's the deficiency in the lineup, or what's happening? So you played good against Seattle, you won 4-0. You played good against a good team, lost 1-0. If they can repeat that effort, I do believe that they will start banking points. Like I know somebody already put in the chat, well, we can't be happy with moral victories. I'm not telling you to be happy with moral victories by any means, because the expectations should be that this is at the very least a good team. But big picture, there are some nights a team might play well or play fairly even with the other team, and it just doesn't go their way. Now, if the Oilers play well, if the Oilers play like they did last night every game on this homestand and go 1-4, well, I mean, then you got to look at some other problems. Maybe the roster needs to be upgraded. But I don't know if that's going to happen against teams that aren't playing. And right now, the Wild are playing as well as anybody in the league. And Wallstedt has burst on the scene and become one of the stories of the year so far in the NHL.
Well, and according to Natural Stat Trick, the Oilers gave up the second lowest high danger chance attempts for the other team with 5. I mean, they played better defensively.
Yeah.
So, yeah, you're going to run into a team like that. And boy, did you not notice the ability for Minnesota to defend? And not necessarily body, but man on man, just sticks.
Yeah.
Do you notice how many sticks were in the way, shots getting deflected, attempts that didn't even get to Jesper Wallstedt?
Yeah, they did a good job. I mean, Minnesota I thought both teams played well. Like, it was kind of a low event game. I thought that there was one absolutely great save, and that was Wallstedt on Hyman on the power play. I thought both goalies made a handful of good saves, but there weren't a lot of second chances. And I mean, really, it's not like the Oilers were giving up rebound chances or leaving guys open. But they, and I asked Hyman after the game about getting to the net, and I said, they're good at defending the net, and he said, well, but it's our job to get to the net. It's hard. It's hard in the NHL to get to the net. It's our job to do it. I really took out of that game last night that the offensive, well, McDavid and Hyman spoke, I guess. So I'm guessing maybe the other guys probably felt that way. The high-end offensive guys felt like they failed last night. Which specifically?
Well, are you surprised?
They didn't score, so they
a 1-0 loss.
Right.
I mean, Connor McDavid said in the postgame, when you give up one goal, in most nights in the NHL, that's a win. Right. But it wasn't last night. So, yeah, I think that's human nature or competitive nature to maybe take that on a bit.
Right.
I know we got to get out. I want to bring up after, because we'll get into Jay's play of the day, then we'll come back to this topic, because I want to hear your thoughts on it about this deserve to win. Because last night was described by a few as a game that the Oilers lost that maybe they should have won. But there's been several times this year where the Oilers won and they should have lost.
Yeah, probably more of those, unfortunately.
So I want to get your thoughts and opinions on that.
All right, Jay and I are coming to you from the Canadian Brewhouse studio. Win big this football season at the Canadian Brewhouse. Enter for a trip for two to Super Bowl 60, plus weekly prizes and $1 off Budweiser and Bud Light tankards. Details at thecanadianbrewhouse.com. Coob, you go now.
A handful of games in the NHL. Winnipeg on the road in Montreal for 5:30 puck drop. The Ducks taking on the Mammoth at 8, while the Stars dance with the Devils at 5. And from Dallas, veteran Tyler Seguin is expected to miss the remainder of the season after suffering an ACL injury. Just 2 minutes into action last night against the Rangers, Seguin collided with Vladislav Gavrikov along the boards and was helped off the ice. And out west, the Canucks have made a couple roster moves, sending Nikolai Tolopizzo and defenseman Elias Pettersson back to the AHL. Staying in BC, the Lions have inked Keon Hatcher to a 2-year deal, with the 31-year-old becoming the highest paid non-quarterback in the CFL. Down south, Detroit's injury report has Amon-Ra St. Brown questionable for tomorrow's game against the Cowboys with an ankle issue. On the court, there's 9 games in the NBA. Miami visits Dallas. Detroit tips off with Milwaukee, while the Hawks hit the hardwood to match up with the Clippers, who are losers of 5 straight. This sports update is brought to you by Advantage Sports Medicine. Connor McDavid's got a team of specialists, and you've got a bag of frozen peas. Get the same locker room approach that's trusted by the best in the game. Call them at 780-460-9977 or visit their website at advantagesportmed.ca to book an appointment. Today, the Reid Wilkins Show continues after a brief pause. I'm Zachary Kubish, and you're up to date.
The Oil Stream.
Wallstedt looked really good. My God. Now, like I said it earlier, I wouldn't say that was a straight-up goalieing last night.
No.
To me, it's got to be like 18, 19 excellent chances, and you're like, man, they should have scored 7 tonight. Mm-hmm. And he stood on his head. I thought they probably should have scored 3 last night, but they didn't. So I'm not going to sit here and say they got goalied by the guy.
The Oil Stream, presented by Boston Pizza. Monday, Wednesday, and Friday afternoons at noon. Only on Edmonton Sports Talk. Your clear choice for Edmonton sports.
Running your own small business takes courage, and as it grows, so does your team. That's why Alberta Blue Cross offers health, dental, life, disability, and wellness benefits designed for small businesses, because we know a healthy team means a thriving business. Join over 5,000 Alberta businesses who have chosen us to help their business grow and succeed. Alberta Blue Cross takes care of you and your employees, so you can take care of your business. Visit ab.bluecross.ca to find a plan that's right for you.
At Firehouse Subs, our subs are freshly toasted, stacked high, and crafted to satisfy. Each sub is piled high with premium meats, melty cheese, and toasted to perfection. Firehouse Subs brings bold flavor to every bite, all served on a freshly toasted roll. But we're not just feeding Edmonton, we're fueling it. Dig into the brisket hat trick, piled with slow-smoked brisket and melty cheese. Or go to the Firehouse Subs fan favorite, the Hook and Ladder. Made to order with smoked turkey, honey ham, and Monterey Jack cheese on a perfectly toasted roll. With 15 Firehouse Sub locations across Edmonton and the greater area, it's easy to grab a hot and hearty sub close to home. Firehouse Subs. Hot, hearty, made to satisfy.
Looking for quality building materials and friendly advice? Visit us at Windsor Plywood Leduc, family owned and locally run since 1993. From interior materials for doors, flooring, baseboards, and all the finishing touches to all you need for your outdoor projects like cedar lumber for decks and fences, plus all the plywood you'd need. Our full-time on-staff carpenter can help with anything odd-sized or custom, and from domestic hardwoods to exotic selections, we've got you covered. And if we don't have it, we'll track it down for you. Windsor Plywood Leduc. We're the experts you need to know.
Boxing Day rocks at River Cree. December 26th, live in the venue. Hysteria, tribute of Def Leppard. And Blackout, tribute to the Scorpions. Tickets at rivercreeresort.com.
River Cree Resort and Casino. Excitement. Bet on it.
Must you click? Click. you click. Dum, dum, dum. Click, click.
There is the classic thumb click remix as put together by Zach Kubish, reminding you that if you have not done so already, click the little thumbs up button on YouTube if you're taking us in there. If you've already done so, click share, fire the show link off to somebody else. We got a lot of great content coming up over the next couple hours. Shawn Bell is going to join us at 4 from your Edmonton Oil Kings. Landon Hansen at 4:40. We got the oil understood for GCL Diesel. In the final hour of the show, Jay has a fired up for me that he says is going to blow my mind. And we'll, in the last 5 or 6 minutes of the show, we always do Words of the Day presented by the Edmonton Public Library. If you're new to the show, I think you're going to love this segment. Jay gives me a couple of words, and I must spell them and figure out the definition. And this is a great opportunity for you to play along at home and a great opportunity to introduce non-sports fans to the show. Because some people are like, oh, it has sport. That station has sports in the title. I don't want to listen to it. There's stuff to listen to. There's something for everybody here. What was I going to do here? Oh, yeah. It's actually something you have to do.
It's Jay. It's play. He's Jay.
Play the intro.
It's today. It's Jay's play of the day. It's Jay's play of the day. Jay's play of the day.
Presented by Play Alberta, gaming made easy anytime, anywhere. With Play Alberta, you have a full casino experience right at your fingertips. Play from your phone, tablet, or computer whenever works for you. Download the Play Alberta app today. Get started with a $50 bonus for a sports bet. Just deposit $50. Use the promo code EST Sports. Play smart, play local, and remember, use your game sense.
Trying to get the train back on the tracks here tonight.
Choo-choo.
Choo-choo-choo.
You know what it's like trying to push that train back on the tracks.
Well, hopefully we could choose the Anaheim Ducks to win by 2 or more goals tonight as they take on the Utah Mammoth. Anaheim's been, look, they're leading the Pacific right now with 33 points, but the bigger story here is the Utah Mammoth coming into here in their last 10 with 2-5-3. They've lost their last 4. They look disjointed, disconnected, somewhat similar to what some people around here have seen. So I'm taking the Anaheim Ducks, who are at home, to win by 2 or more goals. That has been boosted to plus 200. So that's a good number. That's worth a sprinkle, maybe even a tinkle, Reid. So head on over to
Tinkle over that.
Head on over to playalberta.ca, click on sports, click on ESC specials, and you'll see Jay's play of the day. You'll see the early bird bet. You'll see the lock shop partner parlay. Ooh, lock shop partner parlay. Talk about a sprinkle. Anaheim Ducks, San Jose Sharks, and Philadelphia Flyers all to win on the money line.
Oh, wow.
That has been boosted to plus 875. Reid.
Jump on it.
Jump on it. You put $5 on that. That's turning into $48.75.
There's lunch for a week.
At least.
Well,
not if you go to this
depending on where you go.
Pizza place over here that's apparently not open.
That's not open, yeah.
It's in a stalemate. It's in a standoff.
Well, the sign's up, so I went and saw.
Why
to
would
see
you
if it
put
was
the
open.
sign up? If you're not...
Unless it was there and it closed, but
it's been there for a while.
Yeah, it's not there.
It's clearly not there. Poor Riedrich wanted to try it out.
I know, I was going over there.
No,
maybe I'll get some pizza or some pasta. No, I will not. Well, there's lots of eating options around here, though, so that's pretty good.
Jay's play of the day.
We're Play Alberta.
Whoa.
All right.
Coob.
What happened?
Chat now. Oh,
that's
we'll,
not good.
take care of
That's
that.
not good. We'll get that out of there. Sorry, everybody. If you're in the chat on YouTube, we have some people who aren't very mature sometimes. So they will be removed.
Please report that individual if you are on YouTube as well, so they can never come back.
Yeah, that'd be fine. All right,
whatever.
780-218-9999, River Cree Resort and Casino Inbox. What did you want to ask me about?
I wanted to ask you because this was brought up last night, certainly on the GCL Diesel Oil Stream post-game show. I think Ben brought it up, a couple listeners brought it up, and then for Reid presented by Ewell, you also brought it up that this was a game in which the Oilers probably deserved to win, but they lost. And as you've referenced several times, there have been a few games at least that the Oilers have won that probably they deserved to lose. My question to you about this is, do these two things have to balance out? Because you said last night, well, if you look at the the ratio, the Oilers have actually won more games that they were supposed to lose
that they didn't look
than
good.
The opposite.
Yeah, I mean, this is, and then sometimes I don't like the word deserve necessarily, because in life and in sports, you don't always get what you quote unquote deserve. And, sports at the highest level, there's still usually a reason a game went a certain way. And a sport like hockey has goaltending. A goaltender is a part of the team. If your goaltender happens to have one of his best games of the year, or has a star performance, well then, okay, I guess you deserve to win. But I guess in a game like hockey, like you look at checking, you look at scoring chances, you look at positional play, you look at discipline, all those types of things, right? So sometimes you might say, well, they won because of their goalie, but you can't rely on that every night, right? Or they won because of their power play, or they got a beneficial call from a ref, but you can't rely on that every night. So I guess when I say deserved, that's what I'm saying. Did something happen that is difficult to repeat, or that you shouldn't rely on repeating, or was it just a weird game? Mm-hmm. So last night, the way the Oilers played, I'm not going to say they deserved to win last night necessarily, because Minnesota played quite well. But I would say if the Oilers play that way against most opponents, they should win most of the time.
Sure.
I guess that's what I would say about last night. So that's what we're talking about too, the rest of the homestand, the rest of the month. You hope that they can repeat that, check like that. I mean, we spent most of the first 25 games of the season complaining about the defending and the goaltending. Well, they've now only allowed one goal against in their last two games, so that's exceptional. But, okay, let's look at some of the games this season. 2-0 against the Rangers. We're quite badly outplayed. That was probably Stuart Skinner's best game of the season. So, most times you probably lose that game. Montreal, trailed 5-3 in the third period. Got a penalty call, got Josh Anderson back in the box for lipping off. Was it Anderson?
Yeah, I believe so.
You score late, like you win 6-5. Most games, that's maybe 0, or maybe you just get 1 point. What else can we look at? Probably the home game against Columbus on November 10th. I mean, you're down 4-2, and you get an incredibly fluky, shorthanded goal where your guy didn't even really shoot the puck into the net, right? Well, he did. He didn't. Wallman didn't shoot it into the net.
Yeah.
And then you win in overtime. So that could have easily been 0 or 1 points. So, there's... Sometimes, what do people say? Well, they're better than their record. Well, they're worse than their record. Bill Parcells, the former football coach, just used to say, you are your record. I mean, he was in a sport, like if you dominate the whole game but fumble in the last minute, you might lose. So I guess you deserve to lose if you can't finish it off. But I would say, I mean, you could argue maybe the Oilers have 4, 5, 6, 7 points that they were somewhat fortunate to get, or they got under unusual circumstances. Mm-hmm. So maybe you look at last night's game and you could say, well, they deserved at least a point, but they didn't get it. And I'm saying, well, okay, but is this maybe balancing out some of the stolen points from earlier this season?
But does it have to balance out?
I don't think it has to balance out, because I do think good teams find a way to steal a few more points than they give up. But I do think it usually winds up fairly close to even. And then the better teams are just the better teams.
Well, what are we, exactly a third way through the season?
Yeah, we are now, yeah.
Was that the first game you could say that the Oilers probably deserved a better fate last night? Out of 27 games?
Probably.
I mean, I can't really think of another one where...
Yeah, because even some of these games they lost by a goal or two, and a lot of those they were trying to come from behind, and they were outplayed. So yeah, maybe. I think you could probably say that. They beat you. That game against Utah was 6-3. Why do I remember that game as being 5-2? That doesn't matter. That was on October 28th. So, yeah, I mean, we'll see. But I do think last night's effort was a strong effort because they defended well, right? They didn't give up a lot of grade A chances. I know there's a lot of debate about the goal that went in. Should have Skinner had it? I get that, but at the end of the day, it was just one goal against. I mean, you would think that even if it's a bad goal that your goalie allows, if it's only one, he's allowing some really good offensive players just to try to get to two to win the game.
Would you describe that as a bad goal?
This is maybe a funny goal.
Because the way they had a really good angle from behind, and like Skinner was screened right as the shot was coming off. Knobloch thought that maybe it was touched.
Knobloch said it was touched. I don't know if it was. I thought Gager broke it down well today. Yeah. And I mean, always trust him with the goaltending, that Skinner could have come out a little bit further. But we've seen that with Skinner this year, that he's playing deeper in his net. And is that to make up for maybe some issues with lateral movement?
Well, maybe he wasn't expecting that. That was a clean draw.
Maybe he thought the guy was going to stop it and make a pass or make a move. Because a lot of times a defenseman will get the puck on the line and move a little bit and then fire one on net, trying to create a stream, but he just blasted it away. So, I mean, we'll see, right? How things if they do indeed balance. I mean, sometimes you get to the end of the year and maybe a team might say, "Oh, well, they were unlucky. Now watch out in the playoffs if things start to even out." But yeah, that was really one of the maybe the first obvious game where I thought, you know what, the Oilers deserved one, if not two, instead of zero. I mean, the Tampa Bay game, they played pretty hard, but they got outplayed the last half of the game. I mean, they were still checking hard, but they did get outplayed, and then they lost in overtime.
Mm-hmm. Not the case last night. I thought the Oilers, controlled. Maybe it's not the right word, but the second and third periods
they had more initiative.
Sure,
yeah. And what I liked, the one thing I did like last night, again, they didn't get destroyed when they were getting outplayed in the first period, and then they found their feet, right? They found their footing, I guess. They actually responded with a push.
Yes,
and played in a way, and they weren't taking crazy chances and going for breakaway passes. Like, they played a pretty efficient game. They just couldn't score.
I thought that Leon Draisaitl had a shot in the third period from a tough angle, like his spot, and Wallstedt moved like a cat.
Yeah, he played well. He played
stifled
well.
It was. He played well.
We're going to talk a little bit more about shooting because McDavid kind of said, I got to shoot more. So we're going to look at his stats. And Knobloch had a pretty extended comment about that as well. Shawn Bell, our colleague here at Edmonton Sports Talk, and you get him on Hello Hockey every Saturday at 10 a.m. with Tom Gazzola. He's going to join us after this 4 o'clock break.
The Lock Shop. What was the vibe on the show this morning? Because I have to admit, I thought it was a good game. What you're seeing right now is what a lot of people have been seeing for the last month and a half. The Minnesota Wild, basically, they're playing like the Jets did last year. They're suffocating defensively, and they've got world-class goaltending, and it's really damn hard to score a goal.
The Lock Shop, weekday mornings at 11, only on Edmonton Sports Talk, your clear choice for Edmonton sports.
Looking for flooring? Paramount Flooring has it all. Sales, service, and expert installation with options for every style and budget. Open 7 days a week. We've got you covered. Quick delivery and in-stock deals. Plus, EST listeners get 10% off. Visit ParamountFlooring.ca today.
You've always known GCL Diesel as the experts in diesel fuel systems. But did you know that GCL is also your source for turbochargers and turbo repair? As a turbo supplier for Garrett, Borg Warner, and Holset, GCL can provide genuine original equipment turbos at wholesale prices. Whether it's diesel, gas, natural gas, or performance, we can provide you with the turbo or custom repair you require. Turbo questions? We've got turbo answers. Visit us in the West End or online at GCLDiesel.com. GCL Diesel, turbochargers, understood.
Where holiday cheer meets great beer. This season, celebrate at the Canadian Brewhouse. From plated dinners and festive buffets to casual pub-style parties, we've got the perfect space for your crew. Book your holiday party today at thecanadianbrewhouse.com.
Johnson, whoa. Hi, Dennis from Weiss Johnson here, and we're excited to be partnering up with the Nielsen Show and have a special deal exclusive for Nielsen Show listeners. Get 10% off any new Trane furnace, air conditioner, or heat pump installation from now until the end of October. Bundle a furnace with an AC or heat pump and get 25% off the package price. Get your home comfort now for all seasons with Weiss Johnson and Trane. Trane, it's hard to stop a train. Visit wjsportstalk.com today.
You've heard the name, but what does it mean? For over 66 years, William Huff Advertising has supplied signage from screen printing to digital to LED with design, production, and install in-house. It's a one-stop shop for all your signage needs. Edmonton owned and operated, William Huff has been trusted by the biggest companies and teams in the City of Champions and many others across the country to do the job. If you're looking for a way to get the word out about your company or event, they are the answer. Go to www.williamhuff.com. Their results speak for themselves.
On the ice, the Sabres meet the Flyers. The Capitals and Sharks drop the puck with Washington. Winning their last 5 games, other action sees the Canadiens battle the Jets and the Mammoth play the Ducks for a total of 5 games around the NHL. Tough news for the Stars. Tyler Seguin expected to miss the rest of the season after injuring his ACL last night against the Rangers. Seguin ran into Vladislav Gavrikov along the boards just 2 minutes into the game, having to be assisted off the ice by his teammates. On the coast, the BC Lions have signed 31-year-old Keon Hatcher to a 2-year extension. That makes him the highest paid non-quarterback in the CFL. Hatcher had over 1,600 receiving yards with 9 touchdowns in 18 appearances for BC last season. NFL news, Amon-Ra St. Brown is questionable for Detroit's matchup tomorrow against Dallas with an ankle injury. To basketball, the Spurs and Magic hit the court. The Cavs and Trailblazers duke it out while Indiana plays host to Denver with 9 games in the association. I'm Zachary Kubish. That was your sports update. Hour 2 of the Reid Wilkins Show starts right now.
All right. Is this North Shore?
You know it.
This is North Shore?
Yeah.
We have not played this one before.
Sure we have.
Was that you doing that primal scream?
It was all of us primal screaming.
This is, you guys, your music is usually not this aggressive. What song? I don't remember this song.
This is just a musical. It's
an instrumental. It's a musical. Wicked, part 3.
Ah!
Well, that's pretty intense. That was good. All right. Thanks a lot for joining us. Yeah, for some reason you don't know if you're new to the show. Jay Milne was the lead singer in a band called First Brody and then North Shore, late 90s, early 2000s. Sometimes we spin their music coming back from break. It's quite enjoyable. We're going to go to the Oil Country Towing Video Hotline, Edmonton's most trusted 24/7 roadside rescue team. Fast, safe, and reliable for over 15 years. Whether it's game day or a snowstorm, we work as hard as your favorite team to get you going. Call 780-986-6088 for all your towing needs. Pleased to welcome back to the show. He joins us every week. It is former NHL defenseman and now a great colleague here at Edmonton Sports Talk, Shawn Bell checking in. Bellsy, how's it going?
It's good, boys. How's it going? Was that your music, Jay?
Yeah, that was my band.
Man, that is, that's aggressive. I'm ready to, go to war or something.
You ready to punch out that window in your car?
Yeah, this thing doesn't stand a chance.
What did you used to listen to before games?
Depends where I was. North America, it was like usually a little bit more, hip hop, soft, not soft rock, but it was like, I would say more hip hop. When I got to Europe, I had one guy on our team, Ronnie Ardent. He loved heavy metal. So me and him would war for the locker room DJ. So I'd get one half, he'd get the other half. And, it was a little bit of a mix for sure.
All right. It's always fun. I like asking that question about the musical inspiration.
It's not country, though. Like, you can't listen to country before a game.
They probably do now.
Yeah, well, that's why they
Yeah,
don't
but Morgan Wallen is not
hard.
Morgan Wallen isn't country. I know he's, you know what I mean? Like, country's changed.
It has changed. I feel like Morgan Wallen's become very mainstream, and he's he borderlines on pop. He does dabble in the rap genre or the hip hop genre, but yeah, like I don't know. Like, to me, when you're warming up or you're getting ready to go and you've got music on, like there's got to be something that gets you going. Like whether that's just good beat or it's rock music where you're like, man, I'm ready for war. I don't know what it is, but something's got to give and something needs to be. Okay, I'm ready to play this game. And if you're listening to country, I can't help you.
There we go.
There's a time and place for country.
But not right before a game. Yeah, I hear. Like, yeah,
not a chance.
Nobody's there. Nobody. They skate out to a Metallica song that's over 30 years old. Like,
yeah, but
that
what
should
if they
tell you
skated
something.
out to the Boot Scootin' Boogie?
Maybe they have more jam. Like, you know what? Why don't you come out to something that's got a little beat so that you're high stepping all over the ice and you're just ready to roll?
Or two stepping.
Yeah. Now we're talking.
Just line dance.
Yeah, they could come out doing Cadillac Ranch. Yeah, that's how they could come down the tunnel. All right. Bellsy, thanks for checking in. I want to ask you about something here because there's been a lot of talk about the Oilers' schedule. That road trip was 7 games in 11 days with no practices at all. They just took off days in between. And now they've had some practices, and there are signs of certainly better defending and doing a better job breaking the puck out. Mm-hmm. You have an interesting perspective on this because you played. You played at high levels. You played in different parts of the world, and now you're coaching. Mm-hmm. When you played, what were your goals to get out of a practice? And now that you're a coach, what are your goals to get out of a practice?
When I played, it was very much like I just want touches and, give me the reps where I can shake off maybe a little bit of the rust. I can, go out there, feel the puck, make sure that I'm sharp, because at the end of the day, you as a player only have to worry about you. And, so it's an interesting vantage point because it's a team sport, but at the end of the day, like, you're the one that has to get yourself going. You have to know what the systems are. So get my touches, make sure that I kind of understand what I'm doing so that I can execute, that particular drill situation, system. When you're a coach, you kind of have that, overarching, I've got to worry about everything, because at the end of the day, the systems are, things that you can fall back on when you're not playing at your best. Right? We've always talked about, okay, you're not going to get an A+ effort every single night in the regular season. You might get an A, and then you might get a B, and then you might get an A again, and then down to a C. But as long as you know your systems, you can kind of fall into that and you can hide within your systems. So as a coach, like I want to, for my level at least, I'm trying to implement, okay, give me a foundation of effort. Because at least if you don't have it, and guys don't have it for whatever odd reason, that foundation of effort's always there. You're fighting the puck a little bit more. You can't hit the net. You're not feeling it, but here's my foundation of effort. And then at least you're visible, right? So one of the things that we do is that we say, okay, like we've got, individual metrics where you've got 2 hits, 2 shots, 2 blocks, or 1 block, 2 takeaways, a period. And so we try to do that kind of stuff in practice so that when we get to the game, if you're not putting up points, you're still making an impact on the score sheet. So that's the stuff that we do, because you have to, as a coach, once again, you're looking at everything. You're not just looking at one individual player. You're trying to get the most out of your entire team, and you're trying to implement systems that you think are going to help your team have success.
So, and to go back to what you said about what you wanted as a player, like you wanted the touches, right? So do you think, and I don't want to make an excuse necessary for the Oilers, but I do think the schedule is a factor. I mean, any player or coach in any sport will tell you the schedule is a factor. So do you buy some of that some of the struggles with simply like breaking out the puck and making some crisp passes? Do you think that could have been hurt by the fact that they kind of just never had a practice where they're doing a drill where they're doing that for 7 minutes straight?
Well, as far as breaking out the puck, no.
Okay.
But if it was like, hey, D-zone coverage, and it's a different D-zone than you used last year, and you don't have a ton of opportunities to practice that particular D-zone, then yes, I think there's a factor. Breaking out the puck is just a kind of standard thing that happens. Now, we've seen since Paul Coffey left, there's been more rims and stuff like that, but you know, when he was around, guys were using the middle of the ice. They're trying to make a little bit more plays. So, you know, there's some detail things that go inside of like breaking out the puck and whatnot. But, you know, for the most part, like it's D zone coverage. It's what kind of neutral zone transition do we want to have? It's, you know, is our offensive zone system the same as it was last year with Gulleton running it, in which it's not. So I think the practice matters when it comes to those particular things. I don't think it matters when it comes to, hey, how are we going to break out the puck today?
Right. Okay.
Shawn Bell joining us, co-host of Hello Hockey right here on Edmonton Sports Talk, Saturdays at 10 a.m. Bellsy, and for those of you that are new to EST, listening maybe for the first time, there's also a show on from 9 to 11 every day called The Hangouts, hosted by Tom Gazzola and Matthew Iwanek, and Bellsy was their guest today. I was listening to it, and I was really engaged in the conversation that you had about equipment, skates, blades.
Yep.
And I'm not a hockey guy, right? But I know a lot of people are, but there are also other people like me that never played hockey. I mean, is there a major difference in the equipment that is used now? I'm not going to compare it to say when you played, but from kids, you say that you're coaching, that the choices of skates, the choices of blades. I mean, how many of these options are there? And is it that the highest price piece of or skates are the best performance skates, or are there ways to find value in some of this equipment?
Great question. There's lots of layers to that. The easy answer is that if you're an elite player, you generally gravitate to the elite equipment. And what I mean by that is there's tiers to, we'll just use CCM as an example. So if I wanted to go out and get a helmet from CCM, there's like 3 or 4 different tiers of helmet. They all work at the end of the day. They all protect your head, but the top tier has like the best cushion. It has the newest technology. It's something geared towards players that are playing with a little bit more physicality, geared towards players that have a little bit more pace in their game, because it's an added level of protection. So like that would be from the helmet side. The skate side, well, yeah, it's similar. The elite players they're playing with $1,000 skates. Some of them are molded. Like if you go to True, they'll send you a mold. You put your feet into that mold, you send it back. They'll create skates and then send it back to you. And, it's the most comfort you're possibly going to have, but they weigh a little bit more than what you would have with like a Bauer or a CCM. So there's a lot of different factors to what, the gear is. And, some people have preferences over comfort. Some people have preferences over, a stiffer boot, softer boot, different steel. I'll just use myself as an example. When I'm coaching, I use flare blades on my skates. When I put them in, I had no rhyme or reason as to why I decided to do that. But to me now, like I glide over the ice way easier when I'm coaching, and I don't have to put a lot of effort into skating if I'm trying to demo a drill. I just glide. But when I play, I just want to use regular steel because that's something that I've been used to, and I feel like I'm a better player when I'm using regular steel. So there's so many different things that players are using, and they feel like it's going to be an advantage over other players. It's almost too much. If you feel like you got to simplify a little bit, like going back in the day where it's like, man, I had a Montreal. That's all I had. Not I had a Synergy or a Bauer Nexus or a Trigger or a CCM jet speed or whatever 4,000 different iterations of stick that you possibly have that more or less do the same thing. Now, with that being said, the sticks, the technology that you have is so much better. I mean, when I played, I used 105 flex. Now that I coach and, I've kind of adopted the new technology of sticks, when I play, I use an 85 flex, and the puck just jumps off my stick. I almost sit back and be like, man, if I played and I had this, wicked. But when I go back to 105, it feels like a piece of rebar. So the advances in technology with skates and equipment and all these different things, it's impressive, and it definitely helps the game out for sure.
I wanted to ask you another question here. This is out of the OHL. 7-foot Alexander Karmanov to make OHL debut Thursday with the Battalion. This 7-foot, 265-pound defenseman. That's massive. I mean, that's is that when you're playing? I mean, you've played against some big dudes. Do you use their size to your advantage, or just hope that you don't have to get tangled up with that player?
No, I immediately go to the other side of the ice because I want nothing to do with.
Who's the biggest player you played against? A guy
that's built like. Biggest player height-wise would have been a guy named Kyle McLeod. I think he was 6'8". Or I guess John Scott, 6'9". I didn't have the opportunity to play against Zdeno Chara, which I would have loved to be able to do that. But heaviest guy probably is Dustin Byfuglien. When he broke into junior hockey, he was 283. So that's probably the heaviest guy that I've ever played against. Derek Bugard obviously is a massive human being. It's funny because when I was playing in Minnesota, and I've been opening up a little bit more on the shows about some of the stories and stuff that's happened to me. But when I was in Minnesota, Derek Bugard was also there, and he was the resident tough guy. And Mario Tremblay, he was a guy that if you were a healthy scratch, you tried to avoid, because when he decided to skate you or to give you extra work, it was always ridiculous. Craig Ramsey on the other side, it was like more game applicable, right? So we did one-on-ones, and it was me and Boogie that happened to be sitting out that particular game. Now, one-on-one, like I felt like I was a strong skater. I was a big guy. I did well in one-on-one situations. But if you're trying to do one-on-one against a guy who's 6'9", and then you put him on skates, which immediately puts him into 6'12" territory, and he's 280 pounds, how are you supposed to play one-on-one against this particular guy? So Boogie's protecting the puck. I can't get the puck. And once again, I felt like I was pretty fast. I felt like I was fleet of foot. I felt like I was strong. But when he decides to put his ass in front of you, you can't move. There's nowhere to go. And Tremblay's just losing it on me, being like, you need to get the puck. I'm going to make a man out of you, Bell. I'm like, okay, great. And then I've got the puck, and I'm trying to protect it. And he just reaches around me, grabs the puck, and there's nothing I can do about it. So, it's things like that.
I just want one more quick one for you. I just want to circle back to the equipment a little bit. How tight did you wear your skates? Because was it coffee or both? Like the legend is that they like cram their feet into skates that were like a size too small. How snug did you wear your skates?
Yeah, like that was kind of the thing growing up. I mean, when I put my skates on, my feet, my toes brushed the end of it, or touch the end of the skate, which kind of said that, hey, they fit perfectly. I would tie them fairly tight to start the game, and then I just wouldn't touch them after. So, as you go and you have non-wax laces, obviously they start to get a little bit, they wet and they pull, which expands the skate, and so it gets a little bit looser. So I didn't really mess with my equipment a ton. But there would be guys that would tie them every other shift to make sure that they were really tight, or put a roll of sock tape around their ankles to make sure that they weren't bending their ankles. So there was lots of different stuff that guys do. But for me in particular, like once I decided, okay, I'm going to tie my skate or tape my stick or do whatever I did, I wasn't going back to try to fix something. So if a skate touched my stick and I got tape everywhere, I'm playing with it. But there's guys that, like, even if a small piece of that tape comes off, they're going to retape it because they feel like they can't play. I just wasn't that picky. I didn't really care as much. Maybe I should, and I would have had a longer NHL career. But no, it's something that it just didn't bother me. But guys did. Like David Kochi, every single time he'd come off the ice, he would retie his skates. I'm like, Coach, I don't think you retying your skates is going to help you become a better skater. That's not a disrespect. You're tough as nails, but like, you know what I mean? Like, what are you tying your skates again for?
Yeah.
You played 5 minutes, dude.
Right.
So
they're not just going to slip off mid-shift like
no,
a guy
they're
coming
not.
out of a shoe or something. Yeah.
Those things are tight, man. Like, they're real tight.
Bellsy, this is outstanding. Am I going to see it tomorrow?
I'm sure you will.
Oh, I look forward to it, my
friend.
friend.
I don't know if I'm going to the game yet, but I'll figure it out. I think I'm doing pre and post.
Oh, awesome. Okay, cool. All right. Thanks for doing this, buddy. We really appreciate it. We'll talk to you soon.
Always a pleasure, boys.
It's our colleague Shawn Bell, and you get him on Hello Hockey every Saturday at 10 a.m. with Tom Gazzola joining us on the Oil Country Towing video hotline. Yeah, good stuff there from Bellsy about, like, I enjoyed contrasting him, hearing him contrast the player versus coach perspective of practice. And some of the stories I've heard about, like, he didn't really care about his equipment, but you hear these guys that it's either superstition or they just, like, some guys, like Yakupov used to use a new stick every period. Like Rob Brown told me he used to get Shanahan's old sticks. Even like they shot different, but they could put a different blade on because Shanahan just went through sticks. So Rob would somehow arranged something that he got, I think it was Shanahan's like old stick shafts, and then he'd put his own blade on there. But
Really?
so some guys just constantly, when you see guys like in other sports too, you see some players like fidgeting with their equipment, or and other guys are just like, okay, yeah, I started the game.
The worst, I think, maybe the worst was the term for it, but the baseball players when they're in the batter's box.
Well, Garcia Parra was bad for that mid at bat.
Yeah,
Like he had
adjusting.
to feel his toes and fingers right at the end of his gloves and shoes.
Yeah.
Like he couldn't survive under the pitch clock. He'd be like, well, I can't play. My gloves don't feel
That's
good.
a good point.
780-218-9999 is how you can text us. That is the good old afternoon inbox presented by River Cree Resort and Casino. Happy hour featuring $5.25 drinks. That's available Sunday to Thursday, 9 a.m. until 7 p.m. You can post in the nasty chat on YouTube. If you are there, give us a thumbs up if you haven't already. We are on pace to get to 100 thumbs, but don't slow down. Give us that click if you haven't already done so.
Click, click. Must you click? Please, please click. Must
You
you
can also
click?
hit the share button.
You must click. Thumb.
Send the show link off to somebody else. Email Reid at EdmontonSportsTalk.com, Jay at EdmontonSportsTalk.com. EST is presented by Play Alberta. Experience all the excitement of the casino in the palm of your hand. Download the Play Alberta app today. You can put in $50, use the EST exclusive promo code EST Sports for a $50 free sports bet. The oil understood for GCL Diesel. What about McDavid shooting? What did his coach say? Does he need to shoot a little bit more? We'll find out.
NHL action. The Sabres meet the Flyers, the Capitals, and Sharks drop the puck with Washington winning their last 5 games. Elsewhere, we see the Canadiens battling the Jets, and the Mammoth play the Ducks for a total of 5 games in the NHL. And for the Stars, Tyler Seguin, he's expected to miss the remainder of the season after injuring his ACL last night against the Rangers. To the NFL, Mark Andrews and the Ravens have agreed to a 3-year extension worth just over $39 million, $26 million guaranteed. The 30-year-old is the franchise leader in receptions, yards, and touchdown catches, being just one of 2 tight ends all time to hold the Triple Crown for a franchise. On the coast, the BC Lions have signed 31-year-old Keon Hatcher to a 2-year extension. That makes him the highest paid non-quarterback in the CFL. To basketball, the Spurs and Magic, they hit the court. The Cavs and Trailblazers duke it out while Indiana plays host to Denver with 9 games on tap in the NBA. This sports update is brought to you by Windsor Plywood, Leduc, locally owned and operated, serving Leduc and surrounding areas since '93. They have doors, flooring, baseboards, and of course, plywood. Go see the knowledgeable staff today at Windsor Plywood, Leduc. The oil understood for GCL Diesel is next. I'm Zachary Kubish, keeping you in the loop.
The Nielsen Show with Lieutenant Eric.
Jamie McLennan.
A lot of times you have to be patient with goaltenders. There's so many examples of goaltenders getting good when they're 25, 26, 27. It's when they become physically and mentally able to handle the position. So if you draft somebody very high at 18, that's 3 contracts. How patient is a fan base or an organization going to be for 7 years?
The Nielsen Show with Lieutenant Eric. Weekday mornings 6 to 9. Only on Edmonton Sports Talk. Your clear choice for Edmonton sports.
When you cater with Royal Pizza, you're getting the same great pizzas, pastas, and salads you love, just bigger and built for a crowd. Perfect for teams, offices, or parties, Royal Pizza's catering brings real value around $10 per person. Delicious, high quality, and easy. If you like their pastas, you'll love their catering pastas even more. Visit royalpizza.ca or contact your local store for exact pricing and details.
So come on home, Royal Pizza, still making it great.
At Firehouse Subs, our subs are freshly toasted, stacked high, and crafted to satisfy. Each sub is piled high with premium meats, melty cheese, and toasted to perfection. Firehouse Subs brings bold flavor to every bite, all served on a freshly toasted roll. But we're not just feeding Edmonton, we're fueling it. Dig into the brisket hat trick, piled with slow-smoked brisket and melty cheese. Or go to the Firehouse Subs fan favorite, the Hook and Ladder. Made to order with smoked turkey, honey ham, and Monterey Jack cheese on a perfectly toasted roll. With 15 Firehouse Sub locations across Edmonton and the greater area, it's easy to grab a hot and hearty sub close to home. Firehouse Subs. Hot, hearty, made to satisfy.
When gambling, set a budget before you play. Stay informed and visit GameSenseAB.ca to learn how. Remember, if you gamble, use your game sense.
Boxing Day rocks at River Cree. December 26th, live in the venue. Hysteria, tribute of Def Leppard. And Blackout, tribute to the Scorpions. Tickets at rivercreeresort.com.
River Cree Resort and Casino. Excitement. Bet on it.
Since 1952, William Huff has been the heartbeat of Edmonton's advertising world. From humble beginnings to a citywide powerhouse, we've been the go-to for signage from print to design and installation. Partnering with Edmonton's top sports franchises and major events, we've helped shape the city's global reputation. Our secret? Unmatched customer service, decades of experience, and a passion for excellence we call the William Huff Advantage. Visit us online at williamhuff.com.
Yeah. It's the glue guy, holding it down. You know the vibe. Friday night lights to early morning strides. Used to lace up the cleats, crowd screaming my name. Now I'm lacing up Nikes, but the hustle's the same. Studio lights, hot
Is this
takes,
the glue guy grind?
Half marathons on Sunday, still chasing that fame. They call me the glue guy, sticking teams together.
Very good.
From locker room speeches to
Very good. He is Jay Milne, the glue guy. I am Reid Wilkins. The Coob is here as well at the technical desk. We're in the Canadian Brewhouse studio. Taco Tuesday just leveled up at the Canadian Brewhouse. All day, $3.49, new tacos and quesadillas. After 4 p.m., sip on $5.99 margaritas, $2 off Corona tankards, and tequila shots starting at $5.99. Canadian Brewhouse studio. We've had some interesting meals from the Canadian Brewhouse.
We have. And did you hear
steak? What?
That they're giving away new tacos that night? Or they're selling you new tacos. Not used.
Yeah, no.
New tacos.
The used taco.
3 bites out of it.
Yeah.
Discount,
What a
though.
deal. What a deal. Keep giving us the thumbs up on YouTube. We're halfway through the show. We want at least 100 thumbs. We have 75.
We've been on a good streak
Let's
lately.
get to 100 by the top of the hour, and then
Sure.
we're in gravy territory between 5 and 6. We're just pouring gravy all over ourselves. You know, we have someone stirring the gravy right now to get it ready. Very thick gravy. Requires a lot of effort to stir it.
Let's work that gravy.
I think I hear him coming now.
Oh, my goodness. We got a limerick?
We do. This comes in from YYC No Flames Foe Me.
Oh, good limerick writer.
Missed the game last night. and wasn't disappointed. Had extra time to keep my skin well anointed. Went to a fun night of trivia. Dry winters can bite my Nivea. Surgically, could I become double jointed?
Pretty good. You know what I'm going to say? Lines 3 and 4 need a little more brevity. They should be 4 or 5 syllables, I believe, ideally. So find a way to snap those up. But he's got a good sense of humor.
Could have said,
and does a good job with the final line.
Fun night of trivia. Winters bite my Nivea.
Yeah.
But
I like that. That's good wordplay. Winters bite my Nivea. We love getting limericks from you guys. We love when you participate in the show. Afternoon inbox, texting 780-218-9999. Post in the nasty chat on YouTube and speak with us, but more importantly with each other. In about 10 or 15 minutes, we're going to have Landon Hanson on the show. He is from the Edmonton Oil Kings, who are having a great season. So we want to talk about having Jason Smith as a coach, that long road trip they were on, winning way more than they're losing, and the Teddy Bear game. So I think he scored the Teddy Bear goal 2 years ago. 2 years ago. So maybe he'll do. No one's ever done it twice as an Oil King.
That is true.
So he could make a little bit of history on Sunday. The Oil Understood is presented by GCL Diesel, providers of the best diesel engine components around, from turbochargers to injectors, fuel pumps to sensors. They are the critical engine component experts, proud to serve Edmonton and Northern Alberta for over 50 years, now a partner of Edmonton Sports Talk and the Reid Wilkins Show. GCL Diesel. Diesel? Understood. All right. Let's do a little bit on McDavid shooting or not shooting. Mm-hmm. So he kind of said last night, it'd be great to shoot a little bit more. I think that's an ongoing frustration, not just with McDavid, but with some of the Oilers' more talented players. Like, we know you can score, so just shoot it. I mean, the goal in Seattle, that Draisaitl just got the puck between the hash marks and ripped it in. I wish there's a little more of that. Now, I know they're going for backdoor plays. I know, they don't want to get shots blocked and you got to move the goalie around and all that stuff. Just for comparison's sake, or comparison perspective, whatever. Connor McDavid has 75 shots on goal this season. Now, not everybody has played an equal amount of games, but most players are around 25, 26, 27, 28. McDavid has 75 shots on goal, the 31st most in the NHL. So not bad. We're a third of the way through the season, so 75 times 3, 225 shots. Okay. In the 22-23 season, Connor McDavid scored 64 goals. By far his best goal-scoring season. His previous high before that was 44. In that season, Connor McDavid had 352 shots on goal. This year, he's on pace for 225. So that'd be 130 less around there. So like a shot and a half per game. Now, a lot goes into this. Power plays.
That's like 50%
line
more.
mates. Yeah, but in the year after he got 64, he got 32 goals in 76 games, played a little bit less, was down to 263 shots. Last year, he missed 15 games, had 196 shots. So realistically, he could have got up around, 230, 240 again. But it is interesting. I saw some speculation on the Oil Stream. People are wondering, is there an ongoing wrist issue? I've heard that kind of chatter before. I don't know. But Chris Knobloch was asked about it. Now, this is a longer answer, but it's to me, and I want to see what you think, Jay, and I want to see what our listeners think, because to me, this is obviously something Knobloch has thought about. If you get not just the length of his answer, but the content of his answer.
Shooting's down a little bit. I'm not, maybe not from this year, but the year that he scored 60-plus goals, I know he had averaged, we were just looking at it, it was about 4.2 a game, and right now he's about 2.5 a game, or 2+. And, when the team's playing better and you're spending more time in the offensive zone, you're getting more power plays. That's another thing of it, where we don't get very many power plays. There's a lot of shot opportunities. The other night, there's two plays in particular that he definitely could have shot, but when it doesn't get on net, you think, well, I should have shot. But if that pass is executed, that's an incredible play. And in two situation I'm thinking about is he had kind of a 2-on-1. The defenseman was totally out of sorts. He was swimming. He just swung his stick, and he was able to break up a pass. If that pass is executed, the likelihood of that going in is a lot better. The other one was in the second period. He attacked down the middle of the ice, and yes, he could have taken a backhand shot, and chances of that puck going in is maybe 10%, 5% at best. And yes, he could have taken that shot. He makes a pass, and he was trying to hit Savoy backdoor, and it grazes off Hyman's skate. If that puck didn't bounce off Hyman's skate, that's probably likelihood of that pass going through is probably 30 to 50%. So yeah, when pucks don't get on, when you have an opportunity and they don't get on net, you think, I should have shot. But when the passes are made, yes, that was the right play. So Connor's pretty good at deciding when to shoot and when not to.
You think he's thought about it? I mean, he just randomly pulled the average shots per game from the year that he's had 64 goals, which was 4.2 shots per game. And right now he's running at a clip just above 2.
Yeah.
Oh, it's on their minds. Now, I would wonder this, when he says we talked about it, is he talking about the coaching staff, or is he talking about we, coach and player, coach and McDavid talking about it?
Well, probably within the coaching staff for sure. I would guess that the team as a whole. I don't know. And again, and we talk about this all the time. You got to trust, especially the great players, to make a play. Because they might be in position A and they see something no one else can see, or they can make a pass no one else can see. And he talked a lot about percentages there. From between the circles, McDavid, that's all just round off numbers. Maybe McDavid has a 30% chance to score from between the hash marks.
That's pretty good.
But maybe he sees a pass or can complete a pass that no one else can complete, or like only 5 players in the league can complete, and it's 70% to score if he passes to Zach Hyman for a tap-in, right? So in that case, you trust him. Whereas other players, you might just say, if you're between the hash marks, you will shoot.
Well, and what part of this, Reid, is the opponents that they're facing? Now,
and that's the thing. If you're playing a good defensive team like Minnesota, do you think, okay, they got a hot goalie, hot defense, we got to try to make an extra pass to get an easier chance?
Or are you saying, yeah, he's not going to shoot. He's going to try find that backdoor play, cover the lanes. Connor's not going to shoot from there in most cases.
Okay,
and if he does, well, there's a 30% probability it's going to go in. So let's play the numbers game. Let's take away the sure, 90% goal backdoor tap in and make him shoot, force him to shoot. Well, if he's not shooting, then the opponent is winning that battle.
Yeah, I think with, I don't know, I think with defensive players in the NHL, they got to take away the most dangerous play. I remember talking to Ben Scrivens a couple years ago, and he goes, when you're a goalie, you have to play the shot until it's not a shot. You can't be, I'm going to lean over for the pass.
Sure.
So I don't know if defenders against McDavid or Draisaitl or any of the great players around the league are thinking I'm going to trick him into doing it. I think they got to take away the most dangerous opportunity.
Yeah, but maybe game planning leading up to it, players notes the day of game. Hey, Connor's not shooting as much. Keep that in mind.
Yeah, maybe.
If he's not going to do it, then let him have it, and try force that pass through. And we'll get to it a little bit later, but I do have a specific buying or selling for Damon Bunting real estate that I want to ask you that pertains specifically to this, and especially Connor's answers after the game last night, which I thought were interesting, but you and I may have called it.
Okay. Yeah, we can look at that for sure. We were talking with Shawn Bell earlier this hour about practice time. Ryan Nugent-Hopkins today commenting on the value of having a little more practice time.
I think practice definitely helps. I mean, like you said, you can go over what you want on video, but to actually be able to see it on video and then work on it helps a lot. So We haven't had a whole lot. Just our schedule's been pretty crazy, but it helps getting out here and just kind of getting the energy back too. And you have a good practice. Guys are talking and chatting, and it definitely helps too.
The lines at practice today: McDavid, Nugent Hopkins, Hyman reunited. Wow. I do not mind seeing that. Draisaitl with Podkolzin and Savoy. Henrique with Janmark and Mangiapane. Lazar with Clattenburg, and Frederick Tomaszek remains the extra forward. Ekholm, Bouchard, Nurse, Regula, Kulak, and Emerson. Wallman probably at least a week away, which sometimes with this team, there's been several players who were a week away and missed more. But, I mean, Wallman has been on the ice at times, so we'll see about that. The one positive for the Oilers is last 2 games, 1 goal against. Ryan Nugent-Hopkins on the team defense.
Yeah, I think it's been good. It's been stingy. We're working together and just making sure that we're playing hard. That team has a lot of offensive guys who can make dangerous plays, and I thought we kept them mostly to the outside. And Stu still had to make some big saves, but I thought overall our team defense was good.
Well, much, much better than most of the season. I mean, they look more under control. And I even noticed watching from up top last night. Now, you don't want a team to have the puck in the offensive zone as much as Minnesota did in the first period, but the Oilers were under control. Like, you didn't have guys running around out of position. I mean, yes, you worry about the volume of shot attempts and fatigue if you're defending, but there weren't a lot of open looks for the Minnesota Wild. Like, oh, there's a guy wide open. There's a guy wide open for a rebound. Chris Knobloch also asked about allowing only 1 goal in the last 2 games.
Well, first and foremost, we can't ignore the play of Stuart Skinner. The last 2 games he's played incredibly well. And anytime the goaltender's playing well, he covers up mistakes. And because certainly there were mistakes and we gave up some chances. But when the save is made, it's easily to, you can forget about the mistake and it's not amplified so much. But overall, I think we've had pretty good defensive outings. You know, we look back at the Tampa Bay game, Florida, not so much the Dallas. Obviously, the last 2 have been good, but the defensive details, a lot of it's just puck management. And when there are mistakes, and there were mistakes, how well we responded, how quickly we responded to protect the dangerous ice after there was a change of possession. That was something we talked about before the game against Minnesota. They're very good at that, capitalizing on those situations. And, you know, I don't think we were in that situation very often, but when we were, I thought we did a pretty good job on eliminating, making it worse.
All right. So, yeah, some progress. You got to keep defending like that here if the Oilers are going to start banking some points. 780-218-9999 is how you text us, the River Cree Resort and Casino inbox. You can keep posting in the nasty chat, and let's keep pushing for 100 thumbs up. We need about 20 more. Don't delay. A little bit less than 20 now. Keep clicking away on that. All right. We got some teddy bear talk with Oil Kings center Landon Hanson when we get back. Here's the Coop.
A handful of games in the NHL tonight. Winnipeg's on the road in Montreal. 5:30 puck drop. The Ducks take on the Mammoth at home at 8 o'clock while the Stars dance with the Devils at 5. And from Dallas, veteran Tyler Seguin is expected to miss the remainder of this season. He suffered an ACL injury last night, just 2 minutes into play against the Rangers. And out in BC, the Lions having Keon Hatcher to a 2-year extension, the 31-year-old becoming the highest paid non-quarterback in the CFL. Down south, the Ravens and Mark Andrews have agreed to a 3-year extension worth just over $39 million. Andrews holds the Triple Crown for Baltimore, meaning he holds a franchise record in receiving yards, touchdown catches, and receptions. To Detroit, their injury report has Amon-Ra St. Brown questionable for tomorrow's tilt against the Cowboys with an ankle issue. And on the court, there's 9 games in the association. Miami visits Dallas. The Pistons clash with the Bucks, while the Hawks hit the hardwood to match up with the Clippers, who've lost 5 in a row. Landon Hanson from the Oil Kings checks in next. I'm Zachary Kubish, and you're up to date.
Yes. EST Hangout.
From Haas says, where is the quality control on construction? I work in quality control. 3 feet is a big miss. Yeah, I know. That's a great question, Haas.
That's fair.
This text says, 3 feet is the difference between Muggsy Bogues and Manute Bowl. Oh, that's so good.
The EST Hangout, presented by Sentinel Storage. Weekday mornings 9 to 11, only on Edmonton Sports Talk. Your clear choice for Edmonton sports.
Sentinel Storage is proud to partner with Toy Mountain in support of Big Brothers Big Sisters Boys and Girls Club. Between now and December 19th, drop off a new unwrapped toy at a Sentinel Storage near you and bring a smile to a child this holiday season.
Hockey is heating up, and so is the excitement on Play Alberta. With casino winners every hour, jackpots worth millions, and revenue that stays in the province, there's never been a better time to sign up. Right now, our listeners can score a $50 free bet when they make a minimum $50 deposit with code EST50. That's code EST50 for a $50 free bet. Start playing with your game sense today to find out if you're Alberta's next winner. Must be 18 plus to play. If you gamble, please use your game sense.
EST Afternoons.
Who's been the best Oilers forward so far?
You look at point totals and you look to the big two, but the eye test of watching these guys, they haven't had those real games where they just looked unstopped. The most consistent guy, it's between two. It's between Nuge and Roslovic.
I think after those two, I think I have to go Podkolzin and Savoy.
EST Afternoons, weekday afternoons 1 to 3, only on Edmonton Sports Talk. Your clear choice for Edmonton sports.
Where holiday cheer meets great beer. This season, celebrate at the Canadian Brewhouse. From plated dinners and festive buffets to casual pub-style parties, we've got the perfect space for your crew. Book your holiday party today at thecanadianbrewhouse.com.
The Oil Stream.
Wallstedt looked really good. My God. Now, like I said it earlier, I wouldn't say that was a straight-up goalieing last night.
No.
To me, it's got to be like 18, 19 excellent chances, and you're like, man, they should have scored 7 tonight. And he stood on his head. I thought they probably should have scored 3 last night, but they didn't. So I'm not going to sit here and say they got goalied by the guy.
The Oil Stream, presented by Boston Pizza. Monday, Wednesday, and Friday afternoons at noon, only on Edmonton Sports Talk. Your clear choice for Edmonton sports.
All right, good to have you tuning in this afternoon. Oilers tomorrow against the Seattle Kraken, 7 o'clock at Rogers Place. We will have the GCL Diesel Oil Stream pregame show at 6, hosted by my good buddy Tom Gazzola. He'll be on after the game with the postgame show. I'll be hopping on that for Reid's Read, presented by Ewell. Oil Kings home game Friday, home game Sunday at 4. That's a big one. That's the Teddy Bear Toss game. We're going to go to the Oil Country Towing video hotline and welcome to the show Landon Hanson, center for your Edmonton Oil Kings. Landon, I'm Reid. He's Jay. How are you doing?
Good. How are you? Hey, Reid. Hey, Jay. How's it going?
Yeah, good. Great to talk to you. Thanks for doing this. So a lot to talk about with you guys, but let's start with the Teddy Bear game. Now, you scored the Teddy Bear goal, what was it, 2 years ago? What was that experience like?
Oh, man, it's unbelievable. Like it's very rare that you're a junior hockey player and you get to play in front of a full sold-out NHL barn, especially one as nice as Rogers Place. So the atmosphere is crazy. You know, the Teddy Bears, you get hit by about 1 million of them when they come down on the ice, right? So, no, but it's absolutely unreal. My favorite game of the year for sure.
All right, now have you thought, and I know you have a game before, because it's Red Deer first, right, on Friday, is a home game as well? So I know athletes hate looking ahead, but I'm going to ask you to do it a little bit. Have you thought about what it would be like to be the Oil Kings' first ever 2-time Teddy Bear goal scorer, should you be so fortunate on Sunday?
Yeah, I mean, obviously, I want to keep the legacy going, I guess you could say. Everyone wants to get the goal, so I think that it's honestly good for the boys too, because everyone's hungry to get that one. And I think it's going to give us a little bit of an edge to start. But yeah, it would be pretty cool to get the second one too.
And what's it like on the ice? You touched on it a little bit, being on there. You know, when the Bears come, then the cleanup after and all that kind of stuff. What's that experience like?
Oh, it's crazy actually. Obviously, we got to get all of our photos done and whatnot. But after that, like, you're just looking on the ice and you're barely skating. You're dulling your skates on the plastic, wrap around the bears. You got in the far corner by the goalie nets, you probably got a 5-foot stack high of teddy bears that all the boys are just jumping in. So we're throwing bears at each other. We're picking our own, taking some pictures. But yeah, it's for an unbelievable cause, and it's honestly it brings a lot of joy, especially around Christmas time season. And it's just, like I said, it's unreal.
Okay, in the locker room, is there a little bit of I won't say side, projects or ventures, but is there a little bit of cachet that goes along with the player that does score that game, say a post game of the teddy bear toss?
Yeah, a little bit. Like everyone's like, a little bit selfish. Like, oh yeah, I want to score it this year, but I don't know. I think there's no like hatred or nothing like that. It's just, we kind of just, throw some bets on the side. Like, oh, are you going to score it this year? Or, hey, you're gonna get this. Oh, I got it. It's a little bit of friendly competition, if that answers your question.
Yeah, for sure. We are joined by Oil King center Landon Hansen here on the Reid Wilkins Show. Look, you guys are playing extremely efficient hockey, very good. I mean, you're first in the Eastern Conference at 26-1 and a shootout loss. I wanted to ask you about Jason Smith. I mean, this is your third full year with the Oil Kings, so this is your first year with him as your head coach. What has it been like having a former NHL player who's coached a lot, but I mean, played in the league, come in and what's something positive you could say about his approach to this team?
Honestly, the best thing that I can say is just our professional attitude in the rink. I know like Smitty, he holds the boys to a standard that is a professional level. And I think that it's the mutual respect that he gives us too. We kind of have I guess you could say, underlying like understanding of what we all want here. And he pushes us to do our best, works us hard in practice. But he's been there, like you said. He's played a lot of games and he's coached in a lot of different situations. So he's just really bringing a professional aspect into the room. And I think that's our biggest thing that we've had that separated us before, is just we're playing like a professional group.
Landon Hanson from the Oil Kings joining us on the Oil Country Towing video hotline. You guys went, nearly a month without a home game, like early November till this past weekend. That included that big bus trip out to BC. People know over the years I always ask this story, but it's because you get the most fun answers. What do you do on the long bus trips to pass the time or rest or whatever?
That's a good question. It's a long trip for sure, and lots of good team bonding. But I think we play a lot of cards on the bus, like a lot of cards, you name it. Doing every single game that we possibly can. We're not on our phones as much as you think. I feel like the best part about junior hockey is just spending time with the boys and making memories. So I think that we cherish it and make the best of it. And as far as rest goes, like it's sleep, eat, repeat, play hockey. Like that's all we do on the road. So it's you're in the hotel room and you're maybe up for 30 minutes. You're like, man, I got to crash. It's been a long day. So it's fun, but much rather be at home.
Right. Okay. I know you're listed. Did you grow up in Grand Prairie, or where's your hometown?
Yeah, I grew up in Grand Prairie. Yeah.
And did you start playing hockey? How young, or did you excel at any other sports too?
I played a little bit like school sports, your basic, but I've been hockey since I've been like 4. So I played hockey my whole life. It's been hockey or nothing.
Okay. And how did you become an Oil King? You're not moving across the country, but you still got to move. Tell us about becoming a full-time WHL player.
Yeah, it's a big jump, right? I moved away when I was 12 to go play hockey, in academies and try and pursue going to the WHL. And I was fortunate enough that I got listed to the Oil Kings and signed right out of cap my 16-year-old year. But yeah, it's a big jump for sure. Definitely, you gotta put the time in. It's your full-time job, right? Obviously we got school on the side or whatnot, but we're full-time. My job is to perform in hockey, and every day you just gotta continue to have the right mindset about it. And moving in with different people and seeing different people and new experiences is good, but sometimes it's a bit overwhelming. So I think the best thing that I did was just kind of centered myself and know this is the step I want to take in order to pursue my dreams, right? So that's kind of the idea I have on it.
Okay, now Are you doing any schooling now? Like, because you'd be done the high school now by now,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
Are you doing anything now, or are you going to do that a little bit later, maybe?
Yeah, we take just a common courtesy McEwen class. Just lots of the guys, just you know, to stay sharp, I guess you could say.
Right. Okay. Well, you guys are having a great year. I mean, you're doing pretty good. You got your 10 goals, 11 assists, so you can finish and you can set up as well. And again, I don't want to look too far ahead, because you got to beat Red Deer first. I know I think you play Red Deer about 25 times a year, so that's a pretty big rivalry.
25 is accurate, yeah.
but PA, I mean, like, you guys are first in points. They're a little bit ahead of you in points percentage, but both you guys are 3/4 or more of your points. Like, that's kind of a bit of a statement game. I mean, it's not just the teddy bear game. Like, those are two titans of the league going at it on Sunday.
Yeah, and it's really easy to get up for those games, regardless if it's a teddy bear toss game or not. We obviously don't like PA too much, and we had a good series with them last season, and we got the first one this year. But like, every time we play those guys, it is just heated both ways. Like, there's a lot on the line, right? And now, especially when you look at, you know, like you said, the points percentage, and you know, earning those clash games, like it's a 4-point game, right? And we need to in order to separate ourselves from those guys. Like, it's a big game for us, regardless if it's a teddy bear toss or not. So it's exciting. It's exciting for sure.
Yeah, right on. Big weekend ahead. Okay, Landon, great to get to know you a little bit. You're a really good interview as well. So hopefully we can chat again. All the best, first of all, against Red Deer on Friday, and then pursuing your second career teddy bear toss goal on Sunday afternoon. We really appreciate it.
Thanks, Reid. Thanks, Jay. Have a good rest of your night.
Right on. Landon Hansen checking in from the Edmonton Oil Kings. Well, that was good. He's great. Great personality. Good, well-spoken. Good stuff.
I mean, they never fail. It never, fails to impress you or I. Well-spoken, happy to be here. I mean, how can you not love the Oil Kings? That's fantastic.
Yeah, so oilkings.ca. We don't know if that game is sold out yet or not. I haven't seen. We'll have to check with Kevin.
I think Kevin Radomski is on EST afternoons.
Is he in tomorrow? Okay, so we'll see what, yeah, we'll have to see. But I mean, when he was here last week, it was getting close already. Or was that? No, yeah, it was last week he brought the jersey in.
Yes.
So, yeah. Oil Kings got a good club. Yeah, 26-2 on the season. Red Deer first, Red Deer 9-12-3. PA on Sunday. PA is 17-2-4 right now. So it's that's going to be a good showdown coming up on Sunday afternoon. You can text us 780-218-9999. The afternoon inbox presented by River Cree Resort and Casino, home of Tap 25 Restaurant. $18.99 prime rib special, available 7 days a week except show nights from 11:30 in the morning to 11 at night, available for dine-in and takeout. And our off-topic topic earlier for William Huff, what's the next evolution of the... I just got a note here. Not quite sold out from the Oil Kings. Upper Bowl still has some seats, so not quite sold out, but they're getting close. So that's good. So our off-topic topic is, what's the next evolution of the teddy bear toss? What's something else that could be thrown on the ice for charity? Because this is to help out Santa's Anonymous.
Yes.
Or if you just want to be goofy, what's something that could be thrown on the ice? Like somebody said, canned soup.
Mm-hmm. Underwear?
I have seen, because I think the junior A team in Lloyd did it. I'm sure other teams would do it. They did a soup toss, but it was an intermission contest. So they put a couple people like around one blue line, and you kind of had to roll the can of soup down, and it was closest to the face-off dot in the other end. So they called it the soup toss, but it wasn't soup coming out of the stands. It was more like almost curling. Like, can you roll the soup can down and get it close to the button?
No soup for you.
But yeah. Keep giving us the thumbs up if you're on YouTube. We need a dozen to get to 100. That would be pretty cool to get it by just after 5 o'clock. We got more on your Edmonton Oilers. We got buying or selling. We got fired up. We got the words of the day for the Edmonton Public Library. We've had a couple messages come in about snow accumulating in certain parts of the capital region. So somebody said they saw a bit of a collision on the road, I think.
It's not snowing here.
It was a while ago.
So it appears like it's moving west to east naturally. But yeah, there was a bit of a collision east of Sherwood Park on Highway 16. Drive safe.
Yeah. All right. 5 o'clock break. Then the Coop.
2 guys and a goalie.
In 3 games played, Connor Clattenburg has made more of an impact than the 26 games Trent Frederick has played.
I have to hire it, but I thought he made his mark against the Seattle Kraken.
Fire it, because Frederick has had more of an impact.
In a negative way?
Just a negative impact.
2 guys and a goalie, presented by GS Construction. Tuesday and Thursday afternoons at noon, only on Edmonton Sports Talk, your clear choice for Edmonton sports.
Looking for quality building materials and friendly advice? Visit us at Windsor Plywood Leduc, family owned and locally run since 1993. From interior materials for doors, flooring, baseboards, and all the finishing touches to all you need for your outdoor projects like cedar lumber for decks and fences, plus all the plywood you'd need. Our full-time on-staff carpenter can help with anything odd-sized or custom, and from domestic hardwoods to exotic selections, we've got you covered. And if we don't have it, we'll track it down for you. Windsor Plywood Leduc. We're the experts you need to know.
Weiss Johnson, whoa.
Hi, Dennis from Weiss Johnson here, and we're excited to be partnering up with the Nielsen Show and have a special deal exclusive for Nielsen Show listeners. Get 10% off any new Trane furnace, air conditioner, or heat pump installation from now until the end of October. Bundle a furnace with an AC or heat pump and get 25% off the package price. Get your home comfort now for all seasons with Weiss Johnson and Trane. Trane, it's hard to stop a train. Visit wjsportstalk.com today.
You could set up your Christmas tree in the last available spot in the house, or you can create the space you need with Sentinel Storage. Get the most out of Christmas. Buy Canadian, store Canadian. Try 4 weeks free. Visit sentinelstorage.ca.
Running your own small business takes courage, and as it grows, so does your team. That's why Alberta Blue Cross offers health, dental, life, disability, and wellness benefits designed for small businesses, because we know a healthy team means a thriving business. Join over 5,000 Alberta businesses who have chosen us to help their business grow and succeed. Alberta Blue Cross takes care of you and your employees, so you can take care of your business. Visit ab.bluecross.ca to find a plan that's right for you.
At Mind360, we invite you to embark on your mental health journey in a safe and comfortable space. Conveniently located in St. Albert, Mind360 has a diverse team of experienced clinicians that offer a broad range of tailored services for children, adults, and families. Furthermore, we are very proud to serve our military, veterans, and first responders. If you're looking for counseling, treatment, or assessment, understand that you are not alone. Contact Mind360 at mind360.ca to book an appointment today.
Five games in the NHL tonight. One game about to get underway. It's the Stars hitting the ice in New Jersey to face the Devils with some tough news for Dallas. Tyler Seguin, he's expected to miss the remainder of the season after injuring his ACL last night against the Rangers. After that, the Jets and Canadiens matchup while Buffalo visits Philly. NFL news, Mark Andrews and the Ravens have agreed to a 3-year extension worth just over $39 million. In Buffalo, it's Bills claiming Darius Slay off waivers from the Steelers. On the coast, the BC Lions have signed 31-year-old Keon Hatcher to a 2-year extension. That makes him the highest paid non-quarterback in the CFL. And to basketball, Portland visits Cleveland. The Nuggets and Pacers tip off while the Spurs challenge the Magic, having 9 games in the association. And for tomorrow's game, Jakob Poeltl of the Raptors won't play the Lakers on the front end of a back-to-back. He continues to manage a back injury. And for LA, Luka Doncic will sit due to personal reasons. I'm Zachary Kubish. That was your sports update. The third and final hour of the Reid Wilkins Show starts right now.
All right, thanks, Coop. Thanks a lot for joining us this afternoon. 4 minutes after 5, or 5:04 p.m., as the kids say. Coop, if I said to you it's 5:15, what time would it be?
5:15.
Ah, he knows.
I didn't know that for a while, though, Reid.
20 after 5.
Well,
what if I said to you it's 20 after 5?
It's 5:20.
What if I said it's 20-6?
It's 5:40.
Yeah, I said that to somebody a few years ago who was like young. I was like, oh, it's 20 after 5. And they're like, what do you mean? I was like, it's 20 after 5.
Yeah, I didn't know that.
And they were
until
like, what are you talking about?
Yeah, I would have said the same thing if I were in grade 5.
What about if I said if it's 5:30?
I know what it is. It's
Yes,
half 6.
I
It's
never
6:30.
used that
6:30.
lingo. Yeah, I never used that lingo.
That's European.
But it could be 5:30, like it's 5:30, like it's halfway to 6.
No, it's
See, I almost
6:30.
misunderstood that.
Right.
Okay. Huh.
But I know we're going to do buying or well, I'll do it right now. Buying or selling for Damon Bunting, a consistent top-producing realtor in the greater Edmonton area for over 18 years. He and his team would love to help you find that right home or make the move from your current home. Community-driven, he understands what it takes to make a difference in our city. Check him out, DamonBunting.com, Instagram handle, Damon Bunting Real Estate. I want to get to this because a couple of people just threw it in the chat, and I saw it earlier as well. So the Olympic hockey rink in Italy is like too small. Well, it's not too small.
Yeah, we were talking about it yesterday. It's 4 feet shorter.
So, 3 to 4 feet shorter. I think a foot and a half. But and then I saw today, they've approved it for play. Well, what else were they going to do? Cancel it? Cancel the Olympics? Well, no hockey tournament, everybody.
So you actually made a good point too. Is you're thinking, okay, how are they going to slice this up? But you say they'll take that out of the neutral zone.
I think they'll just make the neutral zone smaller. Yeah.
So,
but it's like, what were they really going to do?
Now, have they played on regular, I guess, NHL-sized ice in the Olympics prior to this, or this is the first year that they're shifting?
All right, Coop. What Olympics has there been in your lifetime?
Quite a few.
Okay, what one specifically for sure would have used NHL ice?
Oh, okay, yeah.
Right.
The Vancouver 2010. Yeah,
right.
okay.
So,
it just dependent on where you are?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, if it's
like
North America.
It's not a huge thing anymore, but
right.
Yeah, so it's 197 feet.
Come on. Make a huge point of this. Blow this out of proportion.
Well, I could.
Size matter, Reid.
Come on.
I just feel as if it's not great, I guess, but also what were they going to do?
Well, it's fantastic.
I guess they could remodel it, but
it's great for Team Canada fans because now if Team Canada doesn't bring home the gold, well,
they just blame the ice surface.
Damn ice.
Well, they were disoriented.
They didn't know what they were doing.
It is kind of weird, but
it's very Olympics.
It is very Olympics.
Very Olympics. Okay, buying or selling for Damon Bunting Real Estate. I want to get to this. I know, Coob, you got something that you got to chime in about because I want to put forth a buying or selling about that. But first, we talked about McDavid shooting the puck less this year. He was critical of himself last night after the game, saying, probably, should have shot a few of those. Is McDavid trying to shoulder a loss like that by blaming himself for not shooting? Is he trying to take pressure off the rest of the team?
No, I think he's just saying what he thinks.
Because, when after the Dallas loss, tough loss at home to Dallas, both him and Leon were they didn't have the answers, but they were speaking about it.
Right.
And the question was raised, are they trying to do this as, trying to take some pressure off the rest of the team? I agree with you. I would sell on that because I think he's just being honest. But if that's the case, why not? Is that just something that he needs to, whether it's watching highlights of him scoring goals before he goes to bed, shooting the puck? How does this change? Because he said last night, I probably should have shot.
Right.
So why don't you? Why doesn't Connor McDavid shoot? Is it just ingrained?
I think he just sees plays, and like Knobloch was referencing the percentages. So I think sometimes they're looking for they do look for backdoor plays.
Sure.
That is a common tactic in the National Hockey League,
and oftentimes successful, catching a defense
right
by surprise. Okay. Buying or selling? Kansas City at Dallas on Thanksgiving set a regular season viewing record of 57.2 million viewers.
Pretty good.
The previous record was 3 years ago with 42 million views. This is regular season. Buying or selling? Kansas City is now the biggest draw in the NFL.
Well, haven't they been for a while?
Well, I don't know. If Kansas City rolls into town, is that stadium filling up? I mean, Pittsburgh could be said. Their fans are loyal.
Okay.
I'm not talking value of the organization.
Okay.
I'm talking draw, appeal. What brings the crowds?
I think they're up there because what I've noticed the last couple of years is now a lot of people hate the Chiefs because of, well, they win all the time, or the refs favor them, which is a garbage theory, by the way, or they're sick of the Kelsey Swift stuff. I mean, my dear mom, who's not afraid to express her hatred, looking at you, Austin Matthews and Bo Levi Mitchell, like she's decided she just is sick of the Chiefs. Mahomes prancing around and he's so cocky, and why does Kelsey get all this attention? Like she said that. I don't know if she said that about Kelsey, but Mahomes irks her now.
Oh, wow.
I like watching the Chiefs play because I think they play entertaining football. They're not as good this year. But I mean, I think that I certainly enjoyed watching Mahomes ascend. I know he was like was he 10th overall? So he was a high pick, but he wasn't like in the top 5. But I think, yes, there becomes, once a team wins for a while, there gets to be, for some people, a little bit of, well, I'm sick of them factor. Or people have other favorite. I mean, in this part of the world, I think there's quite a few Bronco fans. Well, the Chiefs and Broncos are in the same division, so there's a draw to watch them, and perhaps hope that they don't beat your favorite team. But yeah, Chiefs, Cowboys. I mean, the Cowboys are always, like, who would always be a good draw? Because there are some teams like the Cleveland Browns stunk for a long time. They were never on prime time, or hardly ever on prime time. Certainly they weren't on Sunday night. They got good. They got some Sunday night games. Now they don't get Sunday night games anymore. I mean, I feel as if even if they're bad, the Cowboys get on Sunday night. The Steelers get on Sunday night. Probably the Giants and Eagles to some extent. Well, the NFC East teams, they're all in big TV markets.
Yeah. What about the Rams, LA Rams? Are they moving up that?
Well, they're a very good team. They've been a good team for a long time.
Exactly. It's an exciting brand of football generally.
Right. But I think the Chiefs have become a team where it's like, oh, well, the Chiefs are on. I want to watch that. Or I want to watch them and maybe hope they fail.
That might be it too. Hate viewing.
Oh, for sure hate viewing is a thing. For sure hate viewing is a thing.
Another one.
Well, we experience that all the time.
Another one added to Miss Wilkins' hit list. Patrick Mahomes. Coob, what are you doing tonight?
I'm going to the Dave Chappelle performance show, comedy show at Rogers Place. And, well, one thing I wanted to bring up for buying or selling is the fact that when you go to comedy events, certain comedians want you to not take video of their set, right? So, I mean, they do the same set when they go here, they go to Calgary, they go to Vancouver, whatever. But tonight at Rogers Place, during your entry, you have to put your phone in a little pouch to lock it up throughout the duration of the performance, and you're unable to access it throughout the show. Now,
Where is it kept?
It is kept on your person. You're given something called a yonder pouch. Once your ticket is scanned, put it in the pouch. Green light or red light turns on. Red light, it means it's locked. Okay, but you can go to certain areas around the concourse where there's a phone area. I guess you can't smoke indoors. It's kind of like a smoking section, but checking your phone out so you don't take any video of it. Buying or selling, having to lock up your phone going to a performance.
I'm going to buy, quite frankly. I mean, I guess in this case, the comedian is doing pretty much the same set or the exact same set on a lengthy tour. So if somebody even takes 2 minutes of that and puts it on YouTube or somewhere and it's available to everybody, maybe you're not going to sell as many tickets.
Because you've already seen the jokes.
Because I think that they can protect their content. I mean, concerts is maybe a little different because you're going to enjoy the music live and sing along or something like that.
Right.
So you keep your phone with you, but it's in a sealed bag. So it's like Severance. Your phone has an innie and an outie.
It's severed.
Well, that's a good
it's
show.
locked up. Yeah, they don't know what's going on in the outside world.
Okay, so here's what I don't understand.
Mm-hmm.
What if you go to this? I'm on the site. It's over yonder. YONDR shows you what this is.
It's over there. Yeah.
You go to tap your pouch on an unlocking base, and it unlocks your base. It unlocks your phone. You could use it. What's to say you can't just keep it out and walk back into your seats?
You'll be kicked out if you're seen on your phone.
Right.
You're gone.
But you could see through the bag if it's like, oh my God, this person's called me 5 times. There might be an emergency. I'm
don't see this.
It looks quite opaque. Yeah, I don't think.
Oh, okay. It's not. Sorry.
No, it's not even see through. Like, it's not like one of those water-looking cases where you bring
I don't I understand the premise of it.
Yeah,
you want to protect your work from getting out and okay, I understand it. I don't know. Is that going to work? Okay, great if it does. Some footage is going to be leaked from this.
Always, yeah.
Somewhere.
Do we know? Is there Chappelle footage out?
I haven't looked for it. I'm the kind of person who doesn't. I even when I go to concerts, I don't want to see the set list I'm going to be listening to. I don't want to know anything about it. Just the fact that they're going to be there and I'm going to enjoy it. I haven't seen any leaked video of it, but I mean, it makes it much harder to try and leak it. And there's been a lot of backlash as of recent with this. Like Bill Burr was here a couple of years ago for the Great Outdoors Comedy Festival, and not many people really enjoyed the fact that they had to lock up their phone. But there are ways around it. If you're there, you got to pick up your kid or something goes wrong, whatever, emergencies, you can go and check that in these designated areas. But
my brother-in-law just texted me.
get it.
He's an administrator.
Not Chet.
Right. He's an administrator at a school.
Yeah.
Why don't they put these in schools? This would be something, and this is great because now you're forced to be in the moment. You're forced to stay off your phone. You're forced to just sit there and listen.
Yes.
Right?
Is that such a bad thing?
No, is that such a bad? That's a great thing.
I wish I had it.
Why doesn't every kid in your school fees have to pay for a yonder? And you cannot use it unless you're in a designated area. Get the hell off your phone in a class.
Oh,
what do you need to be Snapchatting or Facegramming or whatever the hell they call it, Coob?
Yeah.
Why do you got to be doing that at school? You don't.
I like that idea actually to implement. I feel like it. I don't know. It might take.
Maybe I'm going to run for public school trustee again.
Yeah, you should.
Just on that
platform.
Just on that. What do you stand for, Mr. Milne?
In all classrooms.
Yonder and Edmonton Sports Talk should be live streamed in all classrooms in Elk Island Public School.
Yeah.
Yes.
I mean, if I wanted to go to a show bad enough, I've not been to a lot of comedy shows. But if I wanted to go to see Leopard bad enough and they were like, you have to put your phone on this thing, I would do it. Now, your phone is your camera these days. So, that's, if you go to a concert, you want pictures and stuff like that. A comedy show is different than a concert, though. I mean, it's not an apples to apples comparison. I guess I'm comparing a large event that you pay
Well, I think a
for.
concert, you might want that footage out there.
Right. Yeah, that's my point.
You want Def Leppard nailing this song on stage, whereas you don't want what happens with Motley Crue nowadays, where you can't understand what his name's escaping me.
Vince Neil.
Vince Neil is saying. You don't want.
Maybe
that
they
footage.
need to use
they
the yonder.
Need yonder.
Yeah,
they need a yonder. Don't embarrass us.
I at first I'm like, this is kind of a little bit of an invasion of privacy.
Yeah.
But you get to keep it on your person.
Exactly.
It's
Yeah,
not
it's not
they
like
put
you're putting it in a bucket.
in a thing, and they
you get to keep it on your person. You want to pop out and check it in an area, you can go do that. Or you can concentrate for an hour to an hour and a half on something you spent money on. Isn't that old fashioned?
Isn't
that old fashioned?
Well, it gives me some issue though, because all the tickets are online. They don't give you physical tickets. And it was brought up on the Hangout, the fact that exactly that, you don't have the physical ticket on your person, so when you scan, then you have to remember the numbers for your seat.
Here's the thing.
I'm not great with numbers.
There are glasses now that you wear that have video
The Google Smart
capability.
glasses.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
So what are you going to do?
Huh?
Yonder that?
I got a
too?
GoPro on my
They might have
chest.
to at some point.
Reid, how would you even get to? You'd be like,
I couldn't see anything. Yeah.
Unless they're prescription. I got one more for you guys as well. Lots of teddy bear talk throughout this week here. Winnie the Pooh is the greatest bear of all time.
Oh, selling. Just
greatest
because
bear
there
of all
has to be a
time?
better bear.
Winnie the Pooh.
He is
best bear.
he's a solid bear.
That was written by my great grandfather.
That's right. A.A. Milne.
A.A. Milne. It was not. At
Yeah.
least what I know.
You don't know.
No, I think the greatest bear of all time is Gooba.
Gooba, yeah.
Well, Gooba's be better. Yeah, Gooba's
The
better
great
than
university bear of
Yeah.
Alberta. If you're
Gooba's a
talking,
classic bear.
Now, if you're talking real bears, if you want to rank real bears, I think there's none better than the Kodiak.
Oh.
I mean, that's a badass
Polar
bear.
bears are pretty good.
Polar bears?
What about Yogi Bear?
No,
the
doesn't
Care
move
Bears?
the needle for me.
No.
Berenstein Bears?
Couldn't care. I don't care about any of those.
Okay.
Weren't the Care Bears sorcerers?
Bear of the year.
Bear? What's that mean?
They were the bear of the year by Play Bear.
What's your best bear, Reid?
By the way, we're at 100 thumbs. I don't know if I have a favorite bear. Like Winnie the Pooh is solid.
It's up there, but he was kind of a boring bear.
Well, he was a little.
Oh, man.
Look for some honey. Oh, there's honey. Oh, I can't believe these bees are stinging me.
He sucked as a bear.
The bees are stinging me.
That's a great
Well,
accent.
guess what, Winnie? You're in a beehive.
Yeah, just put your hand in a beehive.
What do you expect?
What are you thinking? We are coming to you from the Canadian Brewhouse studio. Win big this football season at the Canadian Brewhouse. Score your shot at a trip to the Super Bowl, weekly prizes, and more, plus $1 off Budweiser and Bud Light tankards. Details at the CanadianBrewhouse.com. We got words of the day coming up. We got, fired up for Jemco. Jay says he's got a big surprise for me. We'll see how, maybe it's my Christmas gift.
No, we're going to be
that t-shirt.
We're gonna quiz Reid.
Oh, good. I like that.
On rankings.
Oh, good. All right. Here comes the coop.
Five games in the NHL tonight. One game underway midway through the first. The Devils and Stars are locked at zeros. After that, the Jets and Canadiens match up while Buffalo drops the puck with Philly. And some tough news coming from Dallas. Tyler Seguin, he's expected to miss the remainder of the season. He injured his ACL last night against the Rangers in a collision with Vladislav Gavrikov. To the NFL, Mark Andrews and the Ravens have agreed to a 3-year extension worth over $39 million. In Buffalo, the Bills have claimed Darius Slay off waivers from the Steelers. On the coast, it's the BC Lions extending 31-year-old Keon Hatcher to a 2-year deal. That makes him the highest paid non-quarterback in the CFL. And in basketball, there's 9 games on today's slate, a few of which are underway. The Spurs up 18-17 on the Magic midway through the opening quarter. And with 6.5 minutes left in the first, the Trailblazers trail the Cavaliers 22-19. And for tomorrow's game, Jakob Poeltl of the Raptors won't play the Lakers in the front end of a back-to-back. He continues to manage a back injury. For LA, Luka Doncic will sit for that one due to personal reasons. Fired up for Gemco Fireplaces leads us back from the commercial break. I'm Zachary Kubish, keeping you up to date.
Hockey is heating up, and so is the excitement on Play Alberta. With casino winners every hour, jackpots worth millions, and revenue that stays in the province, there's never been a better time to sign up. Right now, our listeners can score a $50 free bet when they make a minimum $50 deposit with code EST50. That's code EST50 for a $50 free bet. Start playing with your game sense today to find out if you're Alberta's next winner. Must be 18 plus to play. If you gamble, please use your game sense.
Skip the couch and hit the Canadian Brewhouse. Your home for every puck drop, every goal, and every cheer. With ice-cold drinks, massive screens, and the best fans in town. This hockey season, our house is your arena.
Boxing Day rocks at River Cree. December 26th, live in the venue. Hysteria, tribute of Def Leppard. And Blackout, tribute to the Scorpions. Tickets at rivercreeresort.com.
River Cree Resort and Casino. Excitement. Bet on it.
Sentinel Storage is proud to partner with Toy Mountain in support of Big Brothers Big Sisters Boys and Girls Club. Between now and December 19th, drop off a new unwrapped toy at a Sentinel Storage near you and bring a smile to a child this holiday season.
right, I hope you're having a great afternoon. Drive safe, stay warm. I don't think it's that cold out, is it? Oh, my phone says it's +1.
No, it's melting out there.
I'm melting.
Should we do a limerick?
Yes.
Bronco Nick has sent in a limerick. He says, I've been busier now being a partner in an apartment construction company.
Oh, my goodness.
Who knew people work hard, he says. Well done. I've never been to Namibia or ever had chlamydia. This limerick is risky, and I'm not frisky. Glad I brought some NVIDIA.
What is that?
I don't know.
Is that a medication?
I hope I just didn't say anything bad,
just
Bronco
said something
Nick.
incredibly offensive.
NVIDIA is a manufacturer of like computer processors of some sort.
World leader in artificial intelligence computing.
Oh, my. Pretty good.
Not bad.
At practice today, McDavid between Nugent Hopkins and Hyman, Draisaitl between Podkolzin and Savoy, Henrique with Janmark and Mangiapane, Lazar with Clattenburg and Frederick, Tomaszek the extra forward. Defensively, Ekholm, Bouchard, Nurse, Regula, Kulak, Emerson, of course, your goaltenders, Skinner and Pickard. So McDavid, Nugent Hopkins, and Hyman reunited at practice today. So we'll see if they roll them out that way tomorrow for the game against the Tentacles. 7 o'clock at Rogers Place. We will have extended coverage tomorrow, including the GCL Diesel Oil Stream pregame show at 6, hosted by Tom Gazzola. And then he's on after the game as well for the GCL Diesel Oil Stream postgame show. Edmonton Sports Talk presented by Play Alberta. Play Alberta is your home for online gaming excitement, featuring casino games, live dealer action, lottery, instants, and sports betting. Now with the new Play Alberta app, you can take the fun with you anywhere. Download the app today or sign up at playalberta.ca. Can people still jump in on yours, or have the games started?
No, it's in Anaheim, so it should be.
Oh, so you got
should
the
have
later
some time.
one. Sorry, okay. Do you have the Ducks to win by
2 or more goals?
Oh, wow. You got them in control of the game.
Yeah, I'd sprinkle.
Take a sprinkle on it.
Yeah.
If you're taking us in on YouTube, thank you. Subscribe to Edmonton Sports Talk if you haven't already. Give us a thumbs up as well if you haven't already. If you have, click the share button. Send the show link off to somebody else who can join the frivolity for the final half hour today, and then for an endless amount of time in the future. If you're on iHeartRadio, TuneIn Radio as well, thank you for that. Remember, wherever you get your podcasts, subscribe to each individual show individually. The Reid Wilkins Show, The Nielsen Show, EST Afternoons, The Lock Shop, The Oil Stream, Two Guys and a Goalie, The Hangout. Did I miss any of our shows? Hello Hockey. Help us spread the word and grow Edmonton Sports Talk. Okay, Goob, have fun at the concert tonight, by the way.
I will, thank you.
Are you going with friends and or loved ones?
I'd say friends and loved ones, yes. Well, just my friends, but I do love them. I care
friendship
for them.
is a form of love.
Sure is.
Oh, why can't it be?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
We are fired up for Gemco Fireplaces, proudly serving Edmonton and area for 45 years. The authorized dealer for Napoleon Fireplaces. Whether it's gas or wood burning, look no further than Canadian-made Napoleon Fireplaces. All the Napoleon products you need are available at Gemco, 9281 50th Street.
Well, I saw this come up, and I said, oh, this fires me up. Who doesn't love some rankings?
Okay.
Hey, Reid?
Sure.
The Hockey News came out with their most recent NHL power rankings.
Okay.
So I thought it would be fun. It would be a fun exercise for you and I to sit here, and I could ask you, okay, Reid, what are the top 5 teams in the power ranking?
No, I have not seen these.
And so what are the bottom 5?
I'm trying to guess what the Hockey News is thinking.
You are.
Okay, I won't even look at the standings.
Okay, so let's start. Do you want to start with the bottom 5? I think that would be better.
No, not really, but I will.
Why?
Because the top 5 would probably be easier.
Okay,
yeah, I can do the bottom 5. Predators.
32. It is not the Predators, but the Predators are in the bottom 5.
Okay, 32 Flames.
No. Same division.
Same division as the Flames? Who else is bad in our division? Not the Oilers.
Nope. West.
Who am I missing? Vancouver? They have the Canucks right
32nd.
now. 32nd.
Right now.
Okay, 31 Predators.
Close.
Flames. 30 Predators. 29, Sabres.
No.
Leafs.
No. These are both Western Conference teams. They're 29
Blues.
and 28. The Blues are 28th. So you need the 29th team in the power ranking.
Jets?
Negative. It has something. It's a team that has something to do with Jay's play of the day.
Not the Ducks.
No.
The Mammoth? The Mammoth?
Mammoth.
So these are the Hockey News power rankings as of earlier today.
The Utah Mammoth took the biggest fall. They were previously ranked at 23.
Those
now
are
they
all
29.
Western Conference teams.
Correct. Maybe the Hockey News has a bias.
Well, they probably got a couple of West teams at the top. Okay.
Top 5.
All right. We're starting at 5 or 1? 5.
I think it's easier to start at 1.
Avs.
2.
Stars.
No, 2 is going to shock you. Well, maybe
who
not
would they?
shock
Who
you.
would they have at number 2? Who's doing well? Oh, Minnesota.
Good one.
Then Stars, because this is based on recent play as much as overall play. It's a kind of a
yeah.
When you do power rankings, it's a bit of both. So Avs, Wild, Stars. So we've listed. We've yet to list off an Eastern Conference team.
Well, now's your chance.
Now's my chance. Who would they list? Tampa Bay.
You're on fire.
Yeah, I'm not as dumb as I look.
Oh, golly.
You never remember it. Who? What do you say?
Nobody
Can't look
can
that dumb.
Nobody can look that dumb.
No, you're not as dumb as I look. No one could be that dumb.
Oh,
I always want to add the look. No one can look that dumb.
No, but that's the joke.
No one can be that
Yeah,
dumb.
I'm not as dumb as I look. Well, no
Nobody
one could
could
be
be
that dumb. Saying you look pretty
terrible.
dumb. You can't be that dumb. Right?
Yeah. I'm sorry, Reid. Is that ever? Are we ever going to get over
It should
that?
sink in. At some point, it should sink in.
Can we
But
put it on the
couldn't
wall
remember
here?
it either. Well, I don't. I don't pull it out that often.
I know, but when you do, it would be great if I could just nail it.
Yeah, it would be.
Okay.
All right. So this is the Hockey News current NHL power ranking. So Avs, Wild, Stars, Tampa Bay. I need the fifth team in the power rankings. Who would they have? Kings.
Negative.
Ducks.
That's pretty good, Reid. You did well.
Where do they have the Oilers? So I'll say 21st.
The Edmonton Oilers, they currently have at 27th.
Oh, just barely above the top 5. That's pretty bad.
That's really bad.
That's quite poor.
And the write-up says sometimes they can't defend, sometimes they can't score.
Well, that's true. Lately, they can't score. Now they're defending better.
Sometimes they can't buy a save, and sometimes they shut out their opponents.
Well, twice. Which I guess is more than some teams have. Oh, that was a good one. I'm fired up about a couple things. Well, I'm moderately excited about a couple of things.
Okay.
Well, I'm not even moderately excited.
Severance?
Finishing season 2 of Severance.
Okay.
I guess I binged it because I think I finished 19 episodes in probably 12 days, I want to say.
Wow.
Well, there was one last Sunday. I think I watched 3 episodes, but not back to back. It was just doing stuff. Oh, I'm going to sit down and watch.
Are they an hour?
40, most
45?
of them were probably 40 to 50 minutes. I think this last one in season 2 was a little over an hour.
Is there a season 3?
There is a season 3. I don't think it comes out for another year or early 2027. Yeah. But apparently, wasn't there a 3-year gap between seasons 1 and 2, or almost a 3-year gap?
Yeah, there was a
22 to 25.
Lots of time between.
Really good show. Koob has watched it. Hernan has watched it.
Like, is this must watch for me?
No. You might hate it. I think you might just be like, why is this even a story?
I'm surprised Hernan watched it, to be honest with you.
What's it on?
Why?
Because he's not very into that sci-fi kind of stuff.
Well, apparently
he
he
does
is.
drama, but yeah, he always.
But
says
it is good drama. Like it is science fiction, but it's
It always keeps you thinking.
it's thinky. It's science fiction. It's like there's some good themes in there, and you weren't here this morning because when I got in, I started talking to Hernan about it.
Mm-hmm.
What is really interesting about it, at the heart of it, there is a very genuine and somewhat tragic love story amongst everything else going on. And the last scene of season 2 really encapsulates that. What am I trying to say? You know what I'm trying to say?
Encapsulate, yeah.
Like it's really something how season. Quite frankly, Coop, if they would have said that's the series, I would have been like, that's fine. They answered most of my questions. Of course, there could be more stories told, but it sort of has an ending. And I was reading something today because Ben Stiller is heavily involved in it as an executive producer, and he directed, I think, about half the episodes.
Oh, for sure.
He said he didn't want to end it on as big a cliffhanger as they ended season 1. He thought that the audience deserved a little more resolution because I'm not. This is not a spoiler because drama is all about characters making choices. The main character makes a critical choice at the end of season 2, and they could have left it without seeing him make the choice, and he made the choice. Now there is still more storytelling they can do, but I feel as if they answered a lot of questions, and the way that season ended is a bit of a resolution in itself.
Yeah,
because another character made a pretty big choice as well.
Yeah,
and some other characters did.
Well, there was lots of things that happened.
So you
in
could
kind of
say, you know what, they could have told more stories, but they did wrap some things up. You could be like, okay, these characters will go on and live in this situation, and I've got enough. Hernan in the nasty chest says, rude, Coob. Well, you think Hernan was too dumb to like it?
No. I was kind of just surprised that he would like a show like that, but he does like his drama. So I don't know why I was surprised. You should give it a go. It's a little slower, I guess, kind of getting into it, but you look at it and you're like, oh, what's going on here? And then it made me want to watch more because there's just so many questions I had. And then it kept me watching, and I ended up binging it just like Reid.
It drip feeds you or whatever I
might try it. Reid, have you watched Stranger Things?
Season 1 only.
And
that was enough.
Same here.
But if you're, so that's very sci-fi, isn't it?
Yeah.
But it just didn't.
I thought it was good, but I didn't feel like I needed to watch season 2.
Interesting.
Yeah,
It didn't grab you.
I thought I thought they kind of had a story. Okay, I'm done.
Yeah.
Plus, I don't watch a lot of this was kind of rare for me to reel something off.
Yeah, I've never
this quickly. I mean, there have been other shows I've followed, or there have been shows that I've watched in the past, but this was pretty quick for me to watch this much. Yeah, it was good. It was well acted, well written. It's an interesting premise. So
now we gotta wait so long for another season.
Yeah, well, you gotta wait.
Good.
Yeah, can you? And then when it comes out, we can say, can you believe it came out?
I can't believe it. It's
hard
unbelievable
to believe that it came out.
It's on Apple TV, by the way, Jay.
Yeah.
YYC no flames for me. You'll like this one, Coop. I'm sorry, Jay. This won't mean anything to you. You're gonna chuckle, Coop. YYC no flames for me says my job is basically macro data refinement. Hey, that's funny.
Just pushing buttons.
So I'm glad I watched it, and I got to talk. I got to bond with some of my colleagues about it because three of the people here have seen it. So that was really good.
I feel like I'm missing out.
Well, I forget once I walk down the stairs though, because I'm severed.
We get severed, and then it's like, what were we watching? Yeah.
Mech says, I think Jay would also like Pluribus.
Pluribus is currently on. Yeah, I'm enjoying that new episode. I think late tomorrow or Friday. Yeah.
That one's an odd.
Pluribus is interesting. It's like sci-fi. Same guy that did Vince Gilligan did Breaking Bad and Better Call Saul.
Okay,
makes it very beautiful.
And some of the better X-Files episodes he wrote as well.
I might need to get into X-Files. I really like Vince Gilligan. So
one show I binged was Narcos. I got hooked on Narcos.
Was that about them chasing a drug lord? What was that?
Well, first it was Pablo Escobar.
Okay. Oh, yeah.
And then they went after, what was he called? He was the skinny man.
Yeah, the skinny man.
Well, no, it was I don't want to say Guerrero brothers. Rodriguez brothers.
Okay.
In Mexico. Because it went from Colombia to Mexico. Fascinating. And it happened. Mm-hmm. So there's a truth to it.
You love those true stories.
Yeah,
though, right?
I'd rather watch something with a historical touch to it.
Yeah, you can get and learned.
I mean, they're all obviously fabricate some of the stories, but it's pretty relevant. If you went back after next episode and said, did this drugstore really get blown up? You could see, like this happened.
Right.
It was the Rodriguez brothers, like Pablo Escobar took down a plane in Colombia.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, wow.
Bad
He's a
dude.
crazy man.
I think it was like today or yesterday. On this day in history, that Pablo Escobar was taken down in Medellin.
That's a Entourage thing too.
Entourage,
wasn't that the movie he wanted to make?
They did make it. Pablo Escobar. Vince starred as Pablo Escobar.
That was like his big vehicle to.
Yeah, that was his.
Was that before or after he was Aquaman?
That was after.
Because wasn't that one thing he was in James Cameron's Aquaman?
James Cameron's Aquaman, and then the Medellin was his fall. The start of the fall for Vince.
This is good stuff. A lot of good stuff in the nasty chat. I want to single out a couple. Riding the Pine says, I work 12 hours a day. I have no time for TV. EST keeps me engaged for those 12 hours. That's very kind. Thank you. Ace makes a really interesting comment here. Ace says, I'd rather watch documentaries. And that's I'm glad he said that. Because I think streaming services have been the best thing that could ever happen for documentaries.
Yes.
Because, so let's say you and I didn't have the beautiful friendship we do where we see each other every day. You know what it's like. Is like some of my best friends I might see 3 times a year.
Yeah.
Let's go to a movie. All right. Or back in our day, 90s. Well, let's go to a movie. Well, what 9 movies are showing? Maybe there's a documentary showing, but it's like, okay, this is one of 2 movies a year I might see with my buddy. What's fun? What's something we're both going to enjoy? Yeah, Schwarzenegger, this mystery, whatever. So if you want to see a documentary, you're probably going to the Princess or the Metro. And maybe it's on for 1 week. Oh, I missed it. Now, look at all the documentaries that are, look at all the stuff, what were you watching? Quarterback.
Yeah.
Those are basically documentaries.
Yeah.
Look at Adam Scorgy's been on. Look at all the great stuff he's done. There's a bigger audience that he can reach now because his stuff is streaming. Even if it's a streaming service, well, most streaming services you have to pay for, but now it's like, oh, I've heard about this. I can watch it, or you can watch it in more than one sitting. So I actually think documentary filmmaking, maybe I'm wrong. Maybe we'll have to ask Adam about this next time we have him in, because we'll definitely talk to him. I think documentary filmmaking has been one of the biggest beneficiaries of streaming.
I agree with you. And that's a little fun fact about the Milne household. That's all we watch. If my wife and I say it's on a weekend,
right,
kids are in bed, but we can stay up a little later. What do you want to watch? It's a documentary. And one of the best ones I've seen in a while, and it's not new. It was from 2022. It's called The Long Rider.
Okay.
It's about a fella that rode his horse from Calgary to his home in Brazil.
Yeah, see, those stories are fascinating. And that's, yeah.
Felipe Massetti. He's now, if you watch the Calgary Stampede, he's part of the broadcast. But it's an incredible story of him going through cartel country, crossing borders with horses is tougher than you would think. But and then it took a toll on him as well.
Yeah.
But it was fascinating. We couldn't look away. That's what I.
And maybe that's not getting made in 1989 or 1997.
Probably not.
or whenever, right?
Yeah. If you want a cool watch, check it out. It's called The Long Rider.
That does sound pretty cool.
It is.
And then there's McDiesel, who just simply says it's all trash. Which could be valid as well.
To each their own.
All right, 780-218-9999 is how you can text us. It's the afternoon inbox presented by River Cree Resort and Casino, home of Tap 25 Restaurant. Entire menu, 50% off 7 days a week. That is from 2 to 5 p.m. We got to take a quick timeout and words of the day for Edmonton Public Library when we get back.
Two games live in the NHL right now. It's the Stars and Devils going at it while the Sabres and Flyers match up. After 20 minutes, Dallas and New Jersey are tied at zeros, while Buffalo has a 1-0 lead over Philadelphia. Jason Zucker with the goal. And in just a moment, the Jets and Canadiens get underway. NFL news, Mark Andrews and the Ravens have agreed to a 3-year extension worth just over $39 million. In Buffalo, it's the Bills claiming Darius Slay off waivers from Pittsburgh. On the coast, the Lions have signed 31-year-old Keon Hatcher to a 2-year extension. He's now the highest paid non-quarterback in the CFL. In basketball, there's 9 games on the slate today. A handful of them are underway in the second with 8:40 left. The Trailblazers are down 43-40 against the Cavaliers. We also see the Nuggets up 40-35 on the Pacers with 9 minutes left in the second. And for tomorrow's game, Jakob Poeltl of the Raptors won't play the Lakers. That's a front end of a back-to-back. He continues to manage a back injury. And for LA, it's Luka Doncic sitting out tomorrow due to personal reasons. The words of the day for the Edmonton Public Library leads us back from the break. I'm Zachary Kubish, keeping you in the loop.
Firehouse Subs. Our subs are freshly toasted, stacked high, and crafted to satisfy. Each sub is piled high with premium meats, melty cheese, and toasted to perfection. Firehouse Subs brings bold flavor to every bite, all served on a freshly toasted roll. But we're not just feeding Edmonton, we're fueling it. Dig into the brisket hat trick, piled with slow-smoked brisket and melty cheese. Or go to the Firehouse Subs fan favorite, the Hook and Ladder. Made to order with smoked turkey, honey ham, and Monterey Jack cheese on a perfectly toasted roll. With 15 Firehouse Sub locations across Edmonton and the greater area, it's easy to grab a hot and hearty sub close to home. Firehouse Subs. Hot, hearty, made to satisfy.
Hi there. If you're like me, you like to picture yourself in luxury, even though there's absolutely no way you could afford it. And if you can, well, even better. Thankfully, I picture myself in something that is luxury, but still absolutely affordable, like the all-new Mazda CX-90 from Park Mazda. With the new luxury features like facial recognition settings and quilted detail Napa leather seating, I can pretend to be comfortable with all of my proper settings activated without even touching a button, thanks to Mitch Lewicki and the great staff at Park Mazda. I like to picture Mitch Lewicki as a ninja fighting off evil samurai.
Park Mazda, your dealer for life in Sherwood Park off Y Road, parkmazda.ca.
Your brand deserves more than just a whisper, it deserves a buzz. At the Hive Product Marketing, they specialize in promotional products that bring the buzz. From eye-catching giveaways to unforgettable keepsakes, they got the perfect products to make your brand stand out and get noticed. Visit the Hive Product Marketing and let them create the buzz your business deserves. The Hive Product Marketing, the official merch partner of Edmonton Sports Talk. Visit them online at thehiveproductmarketing.com.
Looking for a winning strategy for your retirement? Contact me, Joaquin Gage at K4 Financial, where expertise meets dedication. I will always look for a careful approach to your retirement, ensuring your financial future is secure. From tailored strategies to clear, actionable advice, I'm here to guide you every step of the way. Don't leave your future to chance. Get in touch with me, Joaquin Gage, today at k4financial.ca or email joaquin.gage@k4financial.ca to start planning for a brighter future and a more secure retirement.
All right. Apparently, I made a mistake. McDiesel was referring to something else being all trash. I can't scroll back far enough. So sorry, McDiesel. I presented your words out of context. It was still kind of funny, though.
Oh, yeah, it was great.
Hopefully McDiesel will forgive me. Oh, he says, nothing good to watch on Netflix. It's all trash, is what I was alluding to. Okay. Thank you for clarifying. Oilers tomorrow against Seattle, so we'll have a preview of the game all day on EST tomorrow, including on this show. Our Athlete of the Week tomorrow. Did you line that up? Or was it a football? Is it a football? It's just we're going to interview.
Wilson!
We're going to interview a football. So, what was life like as a pig as opposed to now? No, but who's what's coming on? Is this? Can you hint at it? Can you give us a teaser?
Yes, I will give you a teaser. This is from last weekend's Alberta Bowl Provincials, which
all
is
at
football.
the JP Bowl.
We're at JP Bowl. The 6-a-side team that won were the Breton Cougars.
Oh, neat.
It's their first championship ever.
Oh, sweet.
Provincial championship, that is. So we're going to have the head coach and a player join us for the Past the Pantry Athlete of the Week.
Oh, that's really cool. And 6-a-side.
6-a-side.
Was that the level last year that the team got 99 points or 100 points or something?
Well, yeah, that was Millwoods Christian.
Right.
Yes.
Okay.
And the scoreboard couldn't go over 100.
They wrapped it. Do you know what that would mean, Coob, if I said I wrapped the game? Oh, Coob's gone already.
Yeah.
Coob's at Chappelle.
He's at Chappelle.
He's like, Wilkins, quit talking to me. Just quit talking to me.
Don't make eye
Sorry,
contact.
boys. What's
If
going
I
on?
said to you, if I said, hey, if I was like, hey, I played, Star Destroyer, and then you were like, oh, how'd you do? And I was like, Coob, I wrapped the game. Would you know what that meant?
You ended it?
Not exactly. It would mean that
you did it.
I
all
got
over
such
again.
a high score, the numbers flipped around to 0 because there weren't enough placeholders for $1 million.
You wrapped it
right?
around.
That's your understanding of I wrapped the game. Does anybody else remember that?
Huh.
Yeah.
I've never heard that term used in video game talk.
Well, and most video games now don't have a score, right?
Yeah.
Like it's like you're God of War. You're out doing something. You don't get a score per se. You just finish objectives, right? But there used to be. Well, you've seen on the machine.
Yeah.
how you
Does
get
that one
scores.
wrap?
I don't know.
I wonder if it just keeps going.
Yeah, I don't know. Nobody's ever been that successful at a game.
We got to do better.
Time for Words of the Day, presented by Edmonton Public Library. Go to EPL.ca. Check out their Cooking for a Cause program. It's fully customized. You pick what food to cook, what to drink, and what your atmosphere will be. Get a bunch of people together. You get just a cooking experience with a chef in the kitchen at the Stanley A. Milne Library. Well, now I got to finish reading Project Hail Mary.
The word of the
I have
day.
out of the library on the Libby app now that I've done Severance.
What do they got to say?
Say what again? Say
I really have a very full life, don't I?
Let's find out.
Not really.
English, do you
Not really.
speak it?
Yeah, you do.
Then you know what I'm saying.
No, people are probably like, what does Reid do with his life? Not much. Well, I am training a turtle to jump over a 1-inch hurdle. The turtle hurdles. That could be an event in the Olympics.
Oh, too funny. First
They're
word of
off
the
and
day.
running. They're really exerting themselves. Just listen to him. He's coming up to that first hurdle. Oh, he's kind of knocked it over. He's half on top of it.
That sound. It's just got so many uses.
Yeah, it's good.
Terry the turtle. First word of the day.
Oh, we're doing the words.
First word of the day, alchemy. Alchemy.
ALCHEMY. This is the process of turning something, a substance, into gold. It is the process of changing one substance into something else. I thought it was gold specifically, wasn't it?
It's not specific to gold.
Oh, it's changing one substance chemically into something else.
Yeah, alchemy refers to a power or process that changes or transforms something into a mysterious or impressive way.
Okay.
So
it doesn't have
it.
What is there? I thought there was something specific about changing something into gold. Somebody put it in the nasty chat. Am I not right?
Well, how would you change something into gold?
Well, alchemy. Magic. Like it's a alchemy is like a mystical, almost fictional term, isn't it? We're referring to a fictional process.
The process was the primary goal of ancient and medieval alchemy.
Was to turn something into gold.
The specific word for the process of turning a substance into gold, particularly base metals, is chirosopoia.
Okay.
Papia.
I also found turning a base metal like lead into gold is called nuclear transmutilation.
Oh, that's not what I was thinking.
Transmutation.
All right. Anyway,
Hey, 2 for 2.
I more or less knew what alchemy was.
2 for 2.
You could even dock me a bit, but
No docking here. You shall not tell me what to
you
dock.
shall not dock.
Second word of the day, galoot. Galoot.
How is this again? GALUTE. Is it GALOOT? Okay, so I got it wrong. Galoot is like kind of a large, perhaps clumsy and not overly intelligent person. Yeah, you big galoot.
You were going to reference the St. Thomas.
The
St. Vincent.
the clumsy. That could be their team name. It's the Pigeons. Because they're not necessarily. Is a galoot large though? What's the exact definition?
No, it's not like just strictly large. It's a clumsy, eccentric, or foolish person.
Okay, so a big galoot means you're
like if I was to use it in a sentence. the clumsy galoot dropped the entire pizza on the floor.
So we should change their name from the Pigeons to the Galoots.
The Galoots.
The St. Vincent Galoots.
What would it be? Like the Glorious Galoots? The Golden Galoots.
The Golden Galoots.
There you go.
Like the Golden Gophers.
There you go.
The St. Vincent School for Poorly Coordinated Boys, Golden Galoots. Winless. Oh, like you mean winless this season? No, winless.
Ooh.
Oh, in which sport? Winless. Okay, do you understand?
Winless.
The school is winless.
Oh,
like
good.
never won match. Like what? No, they are winless. Those are pretty good. So what did I get? Like 3.2?
No, you got 3 out of 4.
3 out of 4?
Yep.
Yeah, I wasn't sure how to spell it.
You wrote it down. I saw you.
I wrote it down as my second one because I couldn't remember.
Yeah, I guess if I said trust your gut, then you did.
Then I did, yeah, because I wasn't because GALOOT seems almost.
I would have
too simple.
also accepted GALLOOT.
Oh, really? That's another option.
Yeah.
Okay, thanks for hanging out with us today, everybody. The live stream resumes at 6 a.m. with the Nielsen Show. That program from 6 to 9 is also on 95.7 Cruise FM. On behalf of Zach Kubish and Jay Milne, I'm Reid Wilkins. Have a good evening.